Every generation has its breakthrough, a moment when limits are shattered and a new standard is born. Here at InMotion, we believe extreme performance should never come at the cost of safety. That's why we built something unlike anything before. This is the P6. The P6 is built on a 235 volt high voltage platform, delivering up to 20 kilowatts of peak power. This is a platform designed specifically for the highest performance electric unicycles, optimized for a single wheel. From 0 to 50 kilometers per hour in just 1.9 seconds, and back to 0 in just an instant. With a real-world top speed of 150 kilometers per hour, this isn't theory, it's proven performance. But performance only matters if you can go the distance. That is why the P6 is equipped with a 4,200 watt-hour Samsung 50S battery pack. Thanks to our high voltage platform, efficiency improves to just 25 watt-hours per kilometer, a 10% boost compared to traditional systems. That means 150 kilometers of real-world range, tested by multiple riders on actual roads. These riders have different weights and riding speeds, as shown in the chart. The P6 supports a maximum charging current of 20 amps. With our 13 amp fast charger, you can go from empty to 80% in just 1 hour. Of course, range is only half the story. What makes the P6 special is its torque. In controlled tests, the P6 torque outpaces every competitor in its class. It delivers an instant torque of up to 300 Newton meters, with a peak bus current of 140 amps and a phase current of 500 amps. Torque you can measure, not just feel. The P6 features 90 millimeters of travel with dual speed damping control, giving you precise adjustment of compression damping at low and high shaft speeds. Whether it's city streets or rough trails, the suspension adapts to every terrain, keeping torque under control and riders in command. At its heart is the Raptor S controller, powered by the same 400-volt silicon carbide high-voltage platform used by Tesla. This technology enables faster response, more reliable power delivery, higher peak output, and better long-term durability. To keep the system stable, the P6 uses a copper vapor chamber paired with active fan cooling. Heat dissipation improves by 30% while maintaining full dust and water resistance. Even on long climbs, extended rides, or in high temperature conditions, the P6 maintains stable and powerful output. For absolute safety, the P6 introduces a Tesla-grade distributed battery system, combining BMU, BCU, and BDU modules, complete with our black box monitoring. Our proprietary diagnostic algorithms precisely evaluate battery health, ensuring long-term reliability. The system guarantees ultra-low energy loss, delivering explosive performance with a peak output of 20 kilowatts. It supports safe fast charging and meets the highest safety standards in the industry. But the P6 is not just about raw power. It's designed to be a smarter, safer riding partner. It is equipped with InMotion's Ride Connect. You can choose to turn it on or off, or if needed, easily remove the module with a couple of screws. It provides real-time positioning and anti-theft protection, as well as remote control of your wheel and ride tracking. New Ride Connect features will continuously be pushed to devices through our mobile app's over-the-air software update. The P6 also has TPMS tire pressure monitoring, IPX6 vehicle and IPX7 battery water resistance, a 4.3-inch automotive-grade touchscreen, as well as rear-mounted USB A and C ports. Through our mobile app, you can also personalize settings and submit repair tickets. With ongoing development, our mobile app's features will continuously upgrade, offering more personalized adjustments, because performance without safety is not freedom. To ensure uncompromising reliability, the P6 underwent 69 rigorous tests, including full vehicle functionality, mechanical, component durability, environmental reliability tests, as well as Ride Connect validation. We know that customer support matters. That's why InMotion is proud to announce our very first dedicated US service center. With factory tools and parts, most repairs can now be completed within 72 hours, giving riders the confidence that support is always close by. The P6 represents years of engineering and passion, and it's finally here. Priced at just $4,999 US with a 1-year price protection guarantee. For the next 12 months, the P6 will not be discounted. If a price drop ever happens, we'll refund the difference to anyone who purchased earlier. Be among the first to own the P6. Customers who purchase with full payment during the first month will unlock over $1,000 in exclusive perks. A free 13-amp fast charger, a seat, plus 1-year extended warranty on the motor, battery, and controller, all included at no extra cost, for a total of 2 years. Plus, enjoy an additional year of free Ride Connect access. Don't miss this limited time launch bonus. But there's one more thing. We know riders want even more. More freedom, more control, more individuality. That's why the P6 is the first EUC with a race mode, allowing users to adjust alarms and tilt back to their preferences. Also, we'll be releasing a fully customizable pedal dynamics. It will allow you to tune the pedal to move with you at your choosing. Acceleration, braking, and turning pedal response, all individually tunable through the InMotion app. We worked with the top racers in the world to perfect it so that every rider can match the P6 to their style. The InMotion P6. Extreme performance, engineered for safety, built for riders who demand more. Oh, wow. Test. Does it work?
Yep.
Is it working? Yes?
Working? Cool.
Thank you everyone for coming out. Can we get everyone to say, wait, why is the camera so blurry? Oh, is it lagging? I know, I gotta shrink. We get everyone to say hi to the live stream.
Hi, live stream.
On 3, hi! Is it okay, Brian? Oh, just disconnected.
No, I'm resetting it.
Oh, okay.
It should pop up in a second.
We're having some technical difficulties with our camera, so just bear with us a moment.
Still better.
Cool. Yeah, so right now we're gonna get into our question and answer, but before I do that, I need to introduce everyone that's here. So my name is Albert, if you don't know who I am, and I am here with Max Berger, Zac Darnell, and Brian Dillard, some of the top racers in the US, and these gentlemen also came to China to help us test, refine, and develop this wheel. They put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and during their time in China, we probably went through like over 150 to 200 changes in this product itself. So yeah, if you could give them a warm welcome. So during this time, we're gonna take any questions that you guys have first. And then once you guys are fully questioned out, then we'll get you guys to go outside and test out the wheel. Do we need to give him a mic?
Yeah. So
Here.
Real visual. Wow. So what is, when we run it, since I'm a range guy, right? So when we run down to 0%, hopefully, what's the voltage per cell?
So we did
down to.
Yeah, so we did a range test, and we all got around 150 kilometers ish, but the speeds were really low because we had trouble in Shenzhen due to the amount of traffic. I will just say that me personally, I hit tilt back first because I'm the biggest boy in the town. And we stopped at a restaurant to have dinner, and my wheel started to tilt back, but we were about 6 to 7 kilometers away from the office. So me and Brian Dillard both rode tilt back all the way back to the office, and the screen was showing 0% with tilt back, and we still kept riding.
Tell them about the police chase that day.
Okay, so definitely.
You missed a big.
Definitely an improvement from like the 12S, for instance, which I think stops at 4%. But yeah, Roger.
So we fixed that 0% display problem.
But what's the actual voltage per cell?
Is this a Mark question?
Mark,
Is
what
it-
is the minimum voltage per cell?
3.1 volts, 3 volts?
2.9 volts.
It is. Yay! Yay! No,
Marty's happy.
That's really good. That's really good. Cool.
I wanted to give Mark the beauty to answer that question.
Mark, can you come on stream just for a second so we can introduce you? Mark is hiding behind
Mark,
here.
come out.
Come here,
So
come
this
here.
is Mark Yu. He's the product manager at InMotion and in charge of dealing with the wheel software and everything regarding this wheel. It is his second baby.
He's. I also like to describe him as the head engineer who is in charge of the firmware and everything that goes on with the product. So he has been the one that has been tuning the firmware for us with the feedback that we've been providing. So we have been back and forth with Mark for over 150 updates.
On a side note, we need to give Mark an extra round of applause because he is so dedicated to this P6. He literally just had a baby less than 30 days ago, and he flew over here to deal with the P6. I'm tearing up just saying that out loud. A beautiful baby boy, for those that are curious. Those are the ones that he's going to train to ride wheels as soon as he's like 30 days old. Anyone else have any other questions? Roger? Yeah, oh, sorry.
It's a pretty easy question. I'm just curious about the tire pressure monitoring system. Is the sensor built into the rim, or is it one of those ones that
On the screw onto the valve cap.
screw onto the valve cap?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can. Anybody else? Yeah. Give it to Q.
Share.
Just a quick question. I'm wondering, what is the how is it wired, like in parallel?
Sorry,
The
Sue.
cells. How are the cells wired in parallel?
What do you mean?
Like, it's a 4P, 6P,
It's 4P.
4P?
Oh, yeah. So that's how you
4P,
the 4,200 watt hours. So
Got
each side is one pack, and it's 2,100 on each side. 54S.
When will you have saleable systems or
Saleable.
saleable units in the US?
So the first batch of units is being shipped out any moment to like within the next week or so. So probably in about 30 days, 45 days roughly. If all goes to plan.
What's the stock charger? Is it 5 amp?
The stock charger is 5 amp, yes. Correct. So it's over 1,000 watts. It's a lot of watts. I will say that when we first got the wheels here and we plugged in along the wall, we tripped the breaker like right away.
That's why I keep telling people these new higher voltage wheels, it's like you don't want to ride a 134 volt wheel anymore. If you need to fast charge it, it's noticeably slower than the higher voltage wheels. So this guy, I can imagine, yeah, you're going to be able to really charge it fast at 10 amps. Even, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the wheel supports up to 20 amps of fast charging, which is like 4,700 watts.
Reach out to Roger. Fast charger. I'm gonna have them produced starting tomorrow.
Isn't it a new charger though? Like the ports? It's not.
I saw that the port is.
Oh, wait, I think you had a question.
Sorry.
Yeah.
If we could try to keep the questions with the mics to the
Yeah.
Good idea.
What's the suspension in here versus I had the V13, the V12S is beautiful, an improvement. Does this build on that?
Yeah, so this is the hydraulic suspension, or what people are normally looking to the fork, I guess, suspension, where it's similar to Leaperkin wheels, where you have the shock mounted on both sides. And so to answer your second part of that is the tire change is very similar to, like, I'd say, a Sherman S, where you just remove one side and you can take the tire out. The extra benefit that this suspension has is that it has low and high speed compression damping, individually tunable. So what that means is sometimes you want more compression damping so that you don't bottom out. But what that results in is a harsher ride as you're riding on the street. So there's a hex nut at the bottom that you can adjust to lower the harshness at high speed velocities so that you can still maintain the bottom out protection with the comfort of a typical ride.
What you see in really expensive suspension systems for bikes and stuff.
Yeah, you'll see it a lot on like Fox shocks and whatnot. I think Olin's has a bunch of that.
Expensive Fox shock.
Yeah, King Creek.
Top of the line.
Oh wait, microphone.
There you go.
The bottom adjustment has to do with the compression.
Compression. So one side is rebound and one side is compression.
And then
And then
That's the
top
top.
is a regular, like the regular damping that you guys are normally used to.
okay,
And then the bottom is high speed damping.
interesting.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Does the P6 come with stock pads, or if so, what pads is it going to be coming?
Yeah, so the P6 comes with the regular InMotion stock pads. The reason why these ones have the Grizzlies is just because it's a high performance wheel and they need to test it. So they're going to test it with pads that they enjoy and they want to push the limit. So Grizzly provided these color match sets to our black and orange theme. And so they've been using this to test the wheel so that we can actually push the wheel to its limits.
Excellent.
So the USB charging ports in the back, are those functioning when the wheel is off?
It's a good question. Mark, USB 插头如果车没有开机可以用吗? No, it only works when the wheel's on.
And is the USB-C port a power delivery port by chance?
It's 22 watts.
Power delivery then. Nice.
What is the weight of the wheel?
The weight of the wheel is 51 kilograms, or in freedom units, 112 pounds, I believe it is.
Got it. Oh, nice.
Sorry, I'm from Canada, so we speak metric.
Yeah. 4,200 watt hours.
Sub 100 pounds.
According to Zenly.
Sorry, you're gonna ask that question one more time. So the question was, how much does Max weigh? Sub 100 pounds.
According to Zenly, yeah, sub 100. 145.
On a good day.
On a good day.
On a China day.
Do you guys have any questions for the testing team about their experiences when they're in China?
China or here, what's the fastest you've taken it?
I hit 78 GPS in China. I couldn't go faster because I hit a, back then there's a hard firmware limit at 80% PWM. So it would start tilting back. So I hit 80% at 78 miles an hour.
Wow.
So definitely could go faster. And I think maybe after TEF 1, we'll try to go faster. But yeah, and then yesterday at AVS, I hit 74 GPS on the straight.
That's not a very long straightaway for people that don't know
Yeah,
the track.
no.
Do you know how long that straightaway is?
I know the whole track is 0.8 miles, so it's got to be 0.2 miles or something like that.
Wow.
Is the
I would-
tilt back pretty predictable, by the way?
It's very gradual, and you can kind of, it's very gradual, and you can kind of play with it. Like it'll very slowly come up, and if you let off a little, it'll go back down. Then you can push into it pretty safely. Yeah, it's not like it's gonna catch you way off guard when it starts coming up.
The tilt back is actually one of the things that I actually really enjoy when I was testing the V14 80 km/h firmware, because you can like literally play with it. Like you go in and out, and you can feel the tilt back kind of move with you.
Is the tilt back adjustable as far as setting aggression of how fast it's coming?
No, the tilt back I think is set at. It's set at 30 degrees, so it's not too aggressive.
Understood.
At first, it was so gradual that I didn't even realize it was tilt back holding me back. And then I pushed a little harder, and then I felt it. I was like, oh. So yeah.
I just want to add about like some of the top speed runs that we did and the testing that we did, that a lot of people were asking like, why didn't we go faster? Like it's not always as simple as like just going out and doing it. Like we mentioned the length of the road, but these speeds on a unicycle is not necessarily something that's supposed to be done every single day. Like I just see these high speeds as more of like a safety margin, right? So when you're hitting these speeds, it's more of like a challenge rather than something you would do every day. The length of the road, the wind, the traffic. If you're going at these speeds on a unicycle and if there's a car that passes by you, you're gonna be sucked into that like wind vortex.
Yeah, Albert.
I'm sorry. I thought I learned my lesson with Brian's first speed run, but I guess not.
Almost took me out.
So like yeah, if you're even find a road and it's like parallel to the coast, like the wind the crosswinds that you face is quite difficult to manage. So we're going to try to find a suitable road just to hit the speed, just to say that we hit it and to show that it's capable of it.
I got a good spot, bottom of a couple rivers I can tell you about. The cement rivers, below ground, no traffic, no people, no traffic, no wind.
We can always scope it out, but like a lot of things like, you know, like making sure there's no moss at the under there and stuff like that.
Oh, I got some spots.
I think it's a good idea to check it out.
Let's check it out.
No hesitation.
Let's do it.
We should probably do it after TEF 1.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. No.
Yes, Roger.
I'm curious, was advertised with a 93 mile per hour top speed. How did you guys figure that that should be the maximum the wheel could go?
That's a Mark question. Huh?
How did you decide on 93?
93, I think maybe 120.
How did you determine that 93 was the top speed?
Let's do. Oh, we test it.
On the dyno.
No, we make a simulation before we design the motor. Yeah.
Estimation.
Yes. Yeah.
There we go. Estimations. By the way, I didn't know when Aaron joined, but Aaron Doria has joined the chat. Say hi to Aaron Doria.
So I don't think Mario got introduced either.
Oh yeah, Mario kind
This
of
guy's
jumped
here
in
too.
there.
I just spawned in.
Mario Chacon, founder of Intro to Speed. Do you have a question?
No.
Just one more thing about the speed.
Yeah.
93 is the display speed, and every time we as racers are talking about speed, we're talking about GPS speeds. So there's going to be a little bit of an offset, as always with any kind of vehicle. So I just wanted to make that clear. Like when Max is saying 78, it's somewhere in the low to mid 80s for the display speed.
Also, just while we're on the topic, some people are asking about the accuracy of the display speed, and I think in our testing, we of course use different tires, so every tire will be slightly different. But in our testing with the tires we were using, both 80, 90 Michelin, 99 Michelin, and the stock tire, it was around 5 to 8% offset. So the GPS doesn't refresh fast enough for it to make it an accurate way of measuring. And I've thought about this practically about how you would calibrate your wheel. But the percentage error would be, anyways, it'd be an offline conversation. But the percentage error is if the distance is too small.
I do have a question. I've already confirmed that we could create an EUC category at the Bonneville Salt Flats racetrack. Would you be willing to commit in front of the world right now that we would take the P6 and do the first official world record speed run over the course of a mile? Average speed over a mile is how they do it.
Got it. 650.
Yeah.
Was
So you
it
put your
stock?
performance tire on.
Yeah, so all of these wheels we've installed Michelin Pilot Streets because that's the most favorite tire of the racers in the US.
Yeah.
No. Do you guys have any other questions? If you guys want to ride the wheel, Mario and Aaron can help facilitate. If you want, you can, rock and roll.
Ride.
Actually, wait, before we go, I just want to say, you can sit back down. No, it's just, I just want to say that yesterday we brought all the wheels to AVS and all the riders were killing it on the track yesterday. And if you guys want to share your experiences while riding on the track, I know for Max, Zac, and Brian, they've been riding it for a while since they were in China. But for Mario and Aaron, it was a new experience to them because it's the first time riding their wheel, basically. So if you guys want to go down and kind of share your experience at AVS and share some times you got and how it relates to the previous records.
All right, I guess I'll start. Yeah, so at first I was a little caught off guard by it. I forgot how big it is because I got used to my Commander Pro. But once I locked back in with it, it's a beast on the straight. In the turns, I think once we put an 80-90 on, it'll feel a lot better. But I mean, all of us still beat the fastest time on that track yesterday. So yeah, I think we'll be able to pull a lot more out of it.
What was the previous fastest time?
110.54 on a
By who?
master. Oh, by me. It was a 110.54 on a master V4 134 volt.
Okay. And what did you hit yesterday?
I got a 109.4. And then fastest speed on the straight was 74 GPS. Yeah.
So crazy. That's so crazy to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lean harder, Mario.
Yeah. I got So yeah, I come from as far as racing goes, I come from the Master V4. I was on a Blitz Pro this year for a good while, but I didn't get to race it. So having the ability to just kind of lean forward and completely not worry about a cutout has been, at least as far as my experience went yesterday, was insane. That was definitely the biggest takeaway, biggest confidence booster coming from the racing the Master V4. I was always kind of like trying to ride the edge of the PWMs and what its capabilities were. And with the P6 yesterday, I just was so it gave me a lot of confidence as far as leaning out of turns and accelerating on exit. It was just pure insanity, really. And it kind of goes to show how hard the guys were actually working in China, doing all those different R&D stuff. And I've done R&D for eSkate for probably the last 6 years racing with Stooge race boards, and I understand that in R&D it's a lot of trial and error. So to think that you're gonna do that instead of four wheels like I was doing, to do that on a single tire and then knowing that I might land on my face is a really brave thing to do. So I commend the guys a lot for all the hard work that they do in China. I know that it's came a long way from their experience and talking to them when they came back. So I just want to say, first of all, thank you to them for doing all that R&D, and which has given me the ability to currently set the fastest time at AVS at a 108.5. Yeah, so I think I got I forgot. It was a 110 as well on eSkate. Yeah, I was faster on the eSkate, but that record has also been broken on an electric unicycle. Kind of insane, right? Yeah, we didn't think it would be possible like 3-4 years ago, because it's like it's a single tire. How is the grip gonna hold? But anything's possible. So
This is now like a new king.
I believe this. Yeah, I strongly believe that this wheel is the new king. Yeah, well, they're working on different things. They're testing stuff, so we'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, the P6 is an absolute monster, and I can't wait to. I mean, it was kind of my first full day of it yesterday, and I can't wait to get accumulated to it even more and see what kind of things I can do with it personally. So, thanks again to the guys and for the opportunity to be here.
Just two side notes before you pass on the mic.
Yeah.
Mario beat the record and got a 108.4, but when he looked at his data, he only hit 55 miles an hour on the straight, which means he's got a lot of room to go and improve on that 108.4.
Yeah, I was a little bit still of a chicken to go above 60 miles an hour, I'll be completely honest. But I'm working my way up, and that just goes to show how it handles in turns.
Yeah.
So this is a great wheel to just throw into a turn and just hold on for dear life and then just keep going. Yeah.
And I think for just like one of the key things I really enjoy seeing them push the limits. But one of the biggest fun that I have is like we have Mark here who's able to remotely connect to these wheels as they're riding and give us the data from their laps and see how they're doing, like all the data of the wheel. Like imagine that. And my favorite part is like Mario had that experience when he was here and we kind of went out to the parking lot. Max had the experience in China, but you guys can kind of describe your experience on that.
Yeah, I'll let Max go first. That's kind of insane.
Yeah, I think it was like the second or third night in China. I'm all geared up. We're at the straight, and I just send it down the straight, and I hit like 77 wheel speed. I come back. I'm like, that was fast. I went hard, and he's like, oh, you only hit like 60% PWM. And I just start laughing, like disbelief, just full. Just laughter. Yeah. It was amazing.
That is pretty badass. Yeah, the other night I got to try it at a parking lot not far from here, and same thing. He gave me his phone, we looked at the live data, and I went to send it really as hard as I could through my body into it. And I come back around, he's like, oh dude, you only did like 250 amps out of its, which is essentially 50% of its capability as far as torque goes. And I was like, oh my god, okay. So and it just kind of gave me an idea of like how hard I can just throw myself into it to pull the power out of it. And like again, big confidence booster when it comes to sending. So yeah, it's kind of insane.
Yeah. Third side note is again, I want to like really put out an appreciation post to the 3 guys who went to China, because like online they got a lot of flack for like, you know, not sharing enough video, not posting 93 miles per hour, and all this flack for like not and doing marketing and all this stuff. But really in the background, they were doing so much testing. Like we had like probably like 18-hour days where we're just out on the track just testing over and over again in like 35, I guess Celsius, but having like 100-degree weather, 90-degree weather in freedom units
It was hot
with huge humidity.
Lots of humidity.
Yeah, like they were drinking so much fluids and they weren't going to the bathroom. Like that's how hot it was. So like they put their body, their blood, their sweat, their tear, everything onto this wheel, and it really shows. Like the end product that we end up with here is really good. Close calls to falling? Yeah. Oh no, they just fell. Like they just fell many times.
No, I'm glad you bring that up because I have a lot of PTSD from this wheel. Like on the first day of testing it, I was blown away by its performance. And so on our second day, which was like the first real day of testing, we were doing static starts. And, you know, we're getting real comfortable with how far we can lean forward. And I switch over to a different prototype wheel, and I leaned as hard as I could, and I face planted right on the ground. I instantly said, I'm done. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, there's no way this can, you know, be considered a testing wheel right now. We need to like go rip it apart. But, you know, we just throw on a new firmware and say, okay, try it again. Like, try what again? The static start or try face planting?
I'll say the 3 of us that went to China all experienced cutouts, and every cutout we had has prevented a some kind of mishap for the publicly released version. So it is definitely a difficulty that when we experience some kind of cutout or failure to get back on and regain that confidence. So it's something that we've a trait that we've all had to work through and learn and adopt. But
yeah, it was a lot of mental gymnastics because it wasn't just with torque, it was also with pedal sensitivity, going around turns. We went out to the Fugang track probably like 5 or 6 times. Yeah. And each time we went to the track, we would, you know, get the firmware a little bit dialed in, but then we'd find a new problem and then work on that problem. And so every time we'd go back to the track in China, we would improve not just our times, but also like, you know, our ability to go around the turns while carrying speed. And honestly, like I think we got this wheel pretty dialed in after 32 days.
Yeah.
Like yesterday at the track, I was feeling really good. I was beating my PRs, and then I made a rookie mistake and didn't set the berm angle to a high enough degree. So I fall over, and then Max runs me over, and the PTSD comes back.
Outside of outside of firmware updates, were there any hardware updates that you guys have made throughout the time?
Like your full lean was a hardware.
Yeah.
Firmware, yeah.
Oh, I guess it was hardware.
That was
Yeah. So the Zac cutout was due to a hardware on the battery. There's a hardware limit for the amount of current that you could push, and so you hit that protection and shut off. And so they made that change to the battery. And then Brian has a change that he made, which he pioneered.
Oh yeah, the old front handle was ugly. It was so bad. I was like, this has to change. And you know, when we're requesting changes that has to do with these molds, it is quite an expensive change to make. So there has to be a lot of confidence in requesting something like that, because it can cost thousands and thousands of dollars to change something that other people might not seem worth changing. So maybe at some point we can share what the old handle looked like, but it was quite large and it hit your knee a lot while
I think it was in one of the
riding.
teaser videos, if you look carefully.
Yeah, it almost looks like a giant forehead.
Yes, Roger.
Oh, is the are there going to be STL files available for the consumable parts, the parts that are supposed to break when you crash?
It's definitely possible. Going back to what Zac was mentioning at Fugang, though. So the Fugang track, for those that don't know, is the track that the Big O Global Race happened last year. And the fastest time at that track was
1 minute.
1 minute flat.
Yeah, 1 minute flat.
Yeah.
1 minute flat. And the first time, or second time, I guess it was, that you guys went to the track. Max can talk about what his experience was.
Yeah, I didn't feel like I was doing too well, but I was just going. I decided to take the race box out, and I managed to get a 50. I think it was a 58, like 5 or something. Yeah, so
I
not.
beat you by 2
Yeah, you
seconds.
did. Yeah, Zach destroyed me. What did you get? No, what,
56.
no. What did you get on the? What was your time?
This is 56.
Oh, 56.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he destroyed me. But
But
yeah,
after days of us at that track trying as best as we can on whatever the best wheels we thought we could get at the time were. So
yeah.
and
And then that was like Max's like first time or second time.
yeah, he didn't go with us the
Nope.
first time.
Yeah, that was my first time ever seeing that track.
Is Fu Gang the guys that walk around with hatchets? Okay, never mind.
I would say the P6 shines a lot more at the Fuging track because the turns are a little bit more longer
Steepers?
and smoother.
Yeah.
While AVS, I would say, is not exactly where the P6 shines. So I would say because the P6 has a lot of hairpins and sharp turns, and it doesn't really have opportunities to open up at the top speed of what the P6 can do. So
what Brian is saying, TEF 1, if you guys want to do a TEF 1 at Winchester, the P6 will really shine.
yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Do you guys have any other questions, or I guess any other experiences that you want to touch on, Zach?
Nothing's coming to mind.
No?
Nothing productive, at least.
Okay. How about you, Brian?
I would say that I was fortunate enough to go with Albert back in May, was it? To experience this wheel, the very, very early prototype, and I would say so many things has changed since then. One of the biggest things that I'm like really happy with the changes is how we were able to dial in the firmware and make it truly responsive. And for me, one of the things that I think in modern day wheels can be improved the most is like we have wheels that can generally go higher speeds than most people are comfortable with and more torque than people can access. And I really like to see improvement in response and how well the wheel is connected with you. Like you lean a little bit forward and it just moves. There's not a lot of effort needed to kind of get the wheel to accelerate. So from May, it felt there's a lot of factors outside the firmware that made it feel not easy to accelerate. Like it had a lot of torque. Like I could lean as hard as I can, and I wasn't scared that the wheel would fail me power wise. But it just didn't move as easily. So I would say from then to now, the wheel has improved so much in the sense that the wheel weighs 115 pounds. And there's kind of a funny thing that happened that when I was on the phone with Max one time and I was telling him, Max was asking me how much the wheel weighs. And I said, it weighs 113 pounds. He's like, what? There's no way. There's no way it weighs that much because it doesn't feel like that, right? Like that was kind of like the reaction that you gave. And that has to do with a lot of factors like where the weight of the wheel is, the height of the wheel, the pedal hangers and where that is, and the firmware. There's a lot of things that kind of come together, little bits that kind of equate to ease of turning as well as the responsiveness in the firmware. So I am very kind of happy to see where this has come through its developmental stages. So I'm really excited for the general public to be able to try something that we have put a lot of work into.
Good speech.
I guess I want to let Aaron say some words. So do you want to talk about your experience on the track yesterday?
Hi, I'm Aaron. I got very little time with the wheel. Yesterday was my very first time riding it, and honest first impressions is it feels like a Sherman L with double the power. Like it feels very stable at high speed, and you feel the weight, but it doesn't hinder you. Like it doesn't feel much heavier than me riding an ET Max or a Blitz Pro, but it has endless power. And I'm gonna be honest, I was terrified to go that fast on the straightaway at AVS because the faster you go, the faster that first turn comes up.
The turn of wobbles.
Yeah.
don't know, Aaron is one that won the races in China.
World champion.
You know something about.
Yeah, yeah.
Roger, do you want to say that for the audience? Do you have the mic?
Can you tell when you won?
I've got the Grizzly mic right here. But yeah, he is still the world champion. He's going to stay that way for another year because they canceled the international races this year. So we'll see. He's going to be the longest holder of that belt, and he is and will be for a while.
And Zach holds the off-road global.
Yes. I mean, if we want to go based off of like points, Zach, point for point, is the world champion overall, encompassing of the Bigot event. But
I don't like titles.
Yeah, I know. Well, and everyone knows that every race we go to, you know, we have like a lot of like preconceived notions of who's gonna win, who's the fastest, depending on what they're riding or how they did at the last event. And it's anybody's, you know, game, or the expression. Like at any point, one of us could slip out. We could get a wobble. Max at Tef 1 last year was on a Commander Pro and had a hall sensor failure, and he had the fastest lap time. And then Mario, one of the fastest guys in the world, was racing both E-Skate and EUC, and his legs just didn't keep up, you know?
Skill issue.
And yeah. and you know, it happens every year. Not to bring up more traumatic experiences, but 2 years ago, Brian was going to win AVS. And Mario had to crash and restart the race. So
Skill issue.
But yeah, no, anything could happen. But like at the end of the day, this is definitely the fastest thing I've ever ridden by far. I never heard a single beep out yesterday. At the end of the day, I was running my fastest times because that's the only time I tracked them. And I was hitting about 60 GPS on the straights with 30-something% battery and was still not hearing beeps. And I was digging into it pretty good, like leading up to that speed. I just didn't want to exceed it. So just an incredible wheel, and I'm excited to see how far it can go. I'll kind of reiterate with Brian that AVS, you have that front straight and the second straight to really make up, like to showcase the power of the wheel. The rest of it is really just rider skill. But it shows that it's capable, especially with the time like what Mario was able to pull off. And then I think something like Sonoma or Winchester tracks is where it's really going to shine. You know, really get to show off that brunt power that it has, because there's not another wheel on the market that has power like the P6.
Did any of you guys want to touch on how the wheel handles high speeds and whether it feels like dangerous or not, or how, like, your just overall feeling at high speeds? Any of you guys want to touch on that?
I mean, it feels pretty stable at high speeds. You know, you'd think it would have some sort of like natural wobble to it, but it's pretty well balanced. Like, they did a good job designing it.
If you plan on going above 70, I'd highly recommend putting your tire to 20 PSI. If it's above that, it becomes very dirty. But I mean, yesterday I was racing this wheel at 13 PSI.
Oh, wow.
So I was very low. Yeah, and I mean, it's not like it didn't debead. Yeah.
Why does it keep going lower?
Yeah. So yeah, because it's tubeless, like it can handle the low pressures, and it stays very stable at those speeds. Like even braking from those speeds, no wobbles. It's mainly just as long as your tire pressure is low, it's very stable.
Yeah, I will say that any speeds above 70 miles per hour starts to require more focus to make sure that like little winds here or like cracks in the road or something, like anything at any moment can erupt into a wobble when you're going at that speeds on a single wheel. So again, I like to think of it as safety margin. It's really cool that the wheel can go up to those higher speeds. I definitely have ambitions of my own to hit some top speeds as well as all the racers here. So we have to be well prepared to make those kinds of speed runs.
Well, now we have some very nice super suits. Not just a huge confidence boost, but you know, a huge upgrade to protection for when we do fall.
Yeah, and a lot of people online were like, "We don't need a wheel that goes this fast. Why are we making a wheel that goes this fast?" Like, it's not really that we need the speed. It's like Brian said, the margin. You can be going 50, 60, and you're not riding the beeps, or if there's like a little crack in the road, you're not going to cut out hitting that now. Now it's just going to be like a little bump. So just because it can go that fast doesn't mean everybody should, but it just means it's a safer product.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Yes.
Yes, Christine.
Can you share?
Yes. You want to share your experience about riding off-road? I guess it's mainly Zac and Max, I guess.
It was a lot of fun. I had a huge blast putting a Shinko 241 on the P6. It climbs too easy. Yeah, like there's a lot of wheels on the market right now that are pretty good for off-road. I'm not saying like this is gonna triumphs those ones, but it's a good contender. Like it just what I'm getting at is it requires minimal effort to climb over medium to large size rocks. You don't have to lean that far. You don't have to like engage too much torque. It just naturally just does it for you. The suspension's not quite ideal for off-road, so it's more for like that beginner to intermediate, not so much of like doing the rough chunky stuff that we all like to do. I think it could jump. I think it'd be a good jumper if you don't overshoot and land flat. That was one of the things I really wanted to do in China was take it off some jumps, but there weren't a whole lot of bike parks nearby, and there wasn't a whole lot of time for stuff like that. So,
yeah, I was pretty impressed with it off road. I was on the street tire still, the PS2, and I was just expecting it to be kind of sluggish on the off road and also just bottom out on everything. But even with the low pedals, like it was very manageable. I could still jump it around. The suspension makes the wheel feel very light because it's very high rebound. So it like you compress it and it just pops back up at you. So it doesn't really feel like 115 even off road. But yeah, like obviously we still pedal clipped and clipped the batteries some on some massive rocks that were just loose. But it still impressed me for what the wheel is and what it's intended for. It did pretty well.
Yeah, just to add to that, like we went to there was a filming location that we went to, which is the off-road that you see. And I had went up just to scout to see what the terrain is like, to see whether the filming crew could come up with us. And I came back and I was telling Zac, I'm like, the off-road, like it's not super gnarly, it's not super great. Like it's got a lot of divots and you got to kind of maneuver around it. But the only one thing that I took home was like, it just climbed so effortlessly. Like I didn't have to extract the torque out of the wheel, and it just like effortlessly went up the hill and climbed rocks without grunting or anything. Like it was surprisingly easy, although it's not an off-road wheel. Yes, Roger.
Question for Zac. Did you put the 241 on yourself? And how long did it take? And did you put a tube in when you did?
I have a two-part answer to your question. So no, I did not put the 241 on. The engineering department did it for me. The other night when we put the 90/90 tires on, we all did it ourselves per wheel, and it was significantly easier than every other InMotion wheel out there. Like it probably took equivalent to doing it on like a Begode Blitz.
What's that?
Yeah, what is a Begode? I don't know. But no, it's not as easy as the Apex. So I would still say the Apex is the easiest to change the tire on.
Not the F18.
F18's definitely the easiest. Yeah, you can take it apart.
Well, when have you touched an F18?
Yeah, I've never seen one either.
You watched a
It's
video. This
unicorn.
is all speculation from videos of the F18.
Yeah.
But before we get too off track, I do want to say like Brian did mention something that was really important. It was like a lot of the changes were due to firmware as well. So there's a lot of headaches when it came to the firmware. And one of the things that people out there may have tried already is the V14 firmware, which the feedback on that has been like beyond positive, right? And I want to pull Mark out here. Come. So Mark is in charge of all like the product pipeline and manager, and he took over the software. And last year in May, I guess, when me and Brian went and we kept pushing InMotion to make their software more responsive, more performance oriented, Mark rewrote the whole like driver balancing firmware in like the last, I don't know, 6 months maybe? Maybe 6 months. He rewrote the whole thing. And that is the difference that you guys saw in the V14. And that is a precursor to the firmware that's on the P6. So we were doing that firmware testing on the V14 because the P6 wasn't ready for testing yet, but we needed to keep testing that firmware.
I like it.
So he's he lost like 10 pounds in the last 6 months
He's almost
because of
Max.
all the stress in rewriting the whole firmware code for these wheels.
Thank you.
Mark is my hero.
I had to say that. Wait.
Roger, can you pass the mic to Ryan?
Wheel related question.
Yes.
What is the width of the magnets?
Sorry?
What is the width of the magnets? Is it
What is the width of the magnet? 37 millimeters.
Oh, interesting.
So when you guys are going 70 and above, how is the wind resistance?
Strong.
Yeah, it's
Very
like
strong.
it's like you can use it as a brake. So like you tuck, like at AVS I was doing it. You tuck to go forward, and then as soon as I'm coming up to the hairpin, I can kind of put my arms out and stand up. And it also helps with wobbles too. It makes it more stable when you do that, I noticed. And then you can lean over, then crouch, and then go into the turn.
So at that speed, with that wind resistance at that speed, do you think you can still push in pretty hard and not have to worry about like dipping?
Yeah, it's not like it's hindering you from going faster. You could totally like lean into it further.
I don't know if he's worrying about dipping.
Oh, dipping.
Like at 70, 75-ish, at that percent, can you still kind of lean in a bit harder to bypass that wind resistance and not get to the dipping point?
Yeah, I hit 78 GPS in China, not because I was limited by wind. It was the pedals were it had tilt back at 80% PWM, so you could lean into it further. I don't really know when it'll start to dip, like PWM wise. Yeah, technically, but a lot of Bagodes dip at like 90. So yeah, you can definitely lean harder into it.
If I could add on to Q's question, looks like you've done something with aerodynamics of the wheel. Have you done any sort of wind testing or anything like that? Are we getting to those speeds where it makes a difference on the wheel itself, or is it still mostly the human body?
Mark, did you do testing for the wheel?
Simulated wind.
So yeah, simulated wind tests.
Of the wheel itself, not without the rider, of course.
Also add, I've hit 75 miles per hour on another wheel, but just in general with speed related questions with wind resistance, it can, matter so much if you're like right next to the coast and if you have a crosswinds like that. But when all the factors line up, like if you have a little bit of tailwind, it can feel quite effortless.
So I want to add to the Max's speed run is that like we found this road that was like, I guess it was under construction, and it was like the area that we were on was completed, but if you go further, it wasn't, and there's a bunch of construction trucks. So as they were doing the speed runs, they were just using this one section of completed road that was brand new, and because it was not open to the public, they had put like blockades at the end of it. So when he was doing his speed run, if you look at the speed run video, he's like rushing towards like a wall, and so he's got to figure out his braking point so that he doesn't hit the wall. There was a time when Zach came in super hot, and I was like, "Oh frick, is he gonna break? Is he gonna break?" I was really freaking scared.
I was scared too.
Do you guys want to talk about maybe braking performance? I just thought of it when you guys are fugang and doing your braking test for the video. For you and Max, I guess.
Oh, I can get the tire to skip. Like that's how hard you can brake this thing. It's like you can get the tire to stop and it'll just slide.
Yeah, it definitely stops as well as it goes. It's pretty impressive.
Don't try at home.
I will say I was trying to get Zach and Max to go at 60 miles an hour and then to brake and land at the fugang finish line for like a video shot. And they kept like undershooting the line, and they like brake and then like, oh shoot, I'm braking too much, and then unapply and then reapply to try and hit that line. But yeah, it was pretty wild. Any last questions before you guys go for a test ride?
Pedal height adjustable. Pedal height adjustable.
So the pedal height is not adjustable. It's similar to the I guess the Lynx or Sherman L style mounting, but E-Rides will be making lowering brackets for those that need it.
Well, have any of you guys spent time on the V13?
So the V13?
Yes, V13.
No.
How does, I'm
It's
just curious,
the same size
anyone who has
diameter.
spent a lot of time on on this wheel and has spent any time in the V13, what could you say?
I don't think it's a direct comparison. This wheel diameter is like the same size as the Master.
This is a 20-inch wheel,
Oh,
whereas
by the
the
way, it
V13
is
is 22
20
inch.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if anybody were to answer that question, it'd be, Daniel from EUC family.
Well, yeah, but
And if you do want the comparison, I can bring one out for you.
I've ridden the V13, I just wanted.
Oh, you
to-
wanted back to
but
back.
I was just curious if anyone who's,
When Daniel
Yours.
comes back from trying the P6, he can share his opinions of V13 versus P6. I think he'll be well equipped with some opinions for that.
who?
Daniel.
Right here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's been riding a V13
I
quite
know.
extensively. Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's good. If Mario and Aaron want to help facilitate the test rides, you guys can come find them. Keep in mind that, again, for housekeeping reasons, we only have one wheel for testing, for you guys to test ride. So you guys can go around the block and kind of ride whatever you like. We're not going to limit where you go, but just keep in mind that other people are still here waiting for that one wheel to come back. And then when you do come back, just make sure you come up here and we can kind of share your first impressions of the wheel and kind of interview you a little bit. Yeah? Try not to crash it because this is the wheel that Max will be racing on.
I'll pick you up and crash.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Let's go. Rock and roll. You can take this wheel here. Yeah.
All right. So we're going to be opening up the stream and questions to the online audience.
Thank you.
So if you've asked a question, please ask it again if you want it to be answered from some of the panelists up here. And we will be doing that.
Yeah.
We're still live. We're gonna do
Can we try to stay outside of the camera?
Get your big butt out of the way.
Okay. Time to answer some online questions.
Oh, my app.
So I see, has anyone ever cut out of the P6? We have never cut out power-wise, just due to different developmental issues. So yes, all of us have experienced some kind of cutout one or another, but that was something that I feel like every time we've experienced a cutout, we found a bug that the public will not experience.
Yeah, it's like I've never dipped or beeped it below like 74. Yeah, so leaning as hard as I can off of it, it doesn't beep. It's crazy.
We're talking about cutouts.
So the pedal brackets are the same as the InMotion V13 and V14. So, if you do have aftermarket,
same as
so like we did this one right now.
14. I think they are the same.
I think Albert just answered that.
How many of those? You're going too fast. Slow down. Too many questions.
No, we're gonna pick one question. Okay.
My favorite color is red and sometimes green, and off days it's blue.
Yeah.
The innovative cooling system is similar to your motherboard at home inside your personal computer. It has copper tubing.
Yeah, vapor.
Let's
chamber.
focus on one question at a time so it doesn't get too hectic.
We'll focus on that question at the bottom that Christine highlights.
Oh, okay.
Right there.
Something's what's that covering
Try
it?
not
That's his
to-
name.
Oh.
My handler said I can't answer questions.
Do you
Well,
want
you can-
to,
does anybody-
want to shout out and do the question?
Yeah. So let's see. What does P6 mean? That's pretty simple. So P stands for no, Zach. No. P stands for performance.
No. The P stands for pleasure.
It's just a cool sounding name. There was really not much of a
Performance, and then they like the number 6.
Yeah.
It's a good number, but 8 is their favorite.
Yeah.
It's not their favorite wheel.
Christine, select the tire size. So tire size is a 90/90 14 tire.
Out of the box,
or
it's 80/90.
80/90. Yeah. Or a 20.
And it is tubeless.
Yeah, it is tubeless as
And
well.
you can fit the 90/90 PS2 on it if you'd like. You have a lot of room on both sides. Well,
A lot of fun with the 90/90.
Who makes the P6 shock that is made by Fast-Ace?
It's not.
Oh, it's not? Oh, sorry.
It's made by a different manufacturer.
Okay, gotcha.
One who must not be named.
Oh, okay. We
It's
went
made
through
by a
some developmental-
proprietary manufacturer that shall not be named. Yes, it's removable.
The question is what? What are the tire options from the factory? It's only going to come with that one CST 6501 tire, and then anybody can change it to whatever they would like.
It does not have a built-in speaker. I really wish it did.
So for the top speed, like limiting factor, it was the firmware because there was you can't turn off. Well, when we were testing it, when I was testing it, Mark just had his baby, so he wasn't there to turn off the PWM limit. So it started forcing tilt back at 80% PWM, which was 78 miles an hour. It definitely could have gone faster, no doubt, but because of the firmware ingrained tilt back.
Also, the police was a big limiting factor. There's speed cameras every quarter mile on the streets, and lots of cops and lots of mopeds.
How did you guys feel about being detained?
I thought it was really funny until they're asking for our passports. I'm like, oh shit, now we gotta lie to these guys.
I will say though, when Max was only there for 15 days, and as he was leaving was just in the middle of our testing. And again, I want to give a big shout out to Mark Yu, because Mark Yu was literally in the hospital beside his wife with his laptop, trying to support us doing our top speed runs. And like just the dedication from Mark was amazing.
Yeah, we were bugging him while he was in the hospital, trying to get him to turn off the tilt back in the firmware. And yeah,
as a huge thank you to Mark, we're going to be taking him to Six Flags Magic Mountain on Monday.
Yes.
So he can have some well-needed relaxation. Roller coasters.
He'll love that.
He's never gone on a big roller coaster.
Oh,
well,
he's
gonna have a lot
he
of
can
fun.
decide if he likes it now or not.
Yeah,
It's okay.
Did you pick another question?
So I just want to add, since the chat is moving quite quick, if we miss your question, please just ask it multiple times so that
Robert,
we
Mark
can get to
is
your
the goat.
question. So we're just gonna try to pick up questions as it comes in new. We're not gonna scroll back into the chat.
And refrain from big words. Our vocabulary is very stunted.
Will
A lot of
the
concussions we've gotten over the years.
will the $5,000 include tariffs? That will be the final price that customers will be paying. So there won't be there's no shipping costs or taxes. That's $5,000 is the total cost that you'll be paying.
That's the price you pay.
From InMotion Global.
But think of how much money you'll save not buying external fairing kits, third-party suspension components.
Oh yeah.
What else is there? An upgraded headlight? You don't got to upgrade anything on this thing. It's ready to go out of the box. $5,000 is a pretty good deal breaker.
The trolley handle is workable.
Yes, the 9090 will fit without spacers, no rubbing issues.
This is not a good race.
I did see a question about the UL.
Wait, sorry. When you see a question, say the whole question first instead of just saying the answer.
Since the crash test, have there been any changes to the build? Yes, they've not redesigned, but they used a different component on manufacturing the handle, so they're going to be a little bit stronger, more rigid.
Less prone to shattering and should be more pliable, so should last longer.
We talk about the motor.
What about the motor?
Refinement.
Yeah.
They also refined the motor so it can handle higher heat tolerances. I'm not going to bore you with the details, but they did refine that as well.
We have a question from Theodore Smith. Are the lights adjustable? So the light is similar to the V14, where you can use your hand to kind of adjust it up and down.
Pretty easy.
And there's a little InMotion logo on the front that is lit, and you can actually go into the settings on the display and change the brightness. You can make it dimmer, brighter, or turn it off completely.
Or you can take it off completely.
And fun fact, it is just a positive and minus terminal. So if you wanted to 3D print your own and put your own logo, like a Superman logo or your community group, you can make your own and mount it on there. I got a question from just a guy without a PFP. Is the wheel UL certified? So the wheel technically can't be UL certified because the voltage is too high.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, we wanted all the future InMotion wheels to have UL certification, but because the voltage is beyond their voltage range, it cannot be UL certified under the UL 2272.
I'm just curious. Do you know what the maximum voltage for that UL? Mark.
UL 认证最高最电压是多少？
说它允许的这个电压是吧？
它这个不允许嘛？
对，
最高的电压它允许的是多少？
不超过150。
啊？
不超过150。
Oh, so the highest voltage range that you can get UL certification for is 150 volts.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So you can either have very powerful wheels or UL certification. You can't have both.
I saw a question a while ago that kind of ran away about the touchscreen. I think the best person to talk about the touchscreen is Zac, because I think when his first day in China, he thought it was a gimmick, and by the end, his ideas had changed. You want to talk about it? Microphone.
You just took the words out of my mouth. I didn't like the screen at first. I thought it was silly, and they could have used that money to make other components better. But after using it for 32 days, I can't go without the screen. I hate pulling out my phone and fumbling through the app, connecting, Bluetooth, location. It's stupid. It's annoying. I just want to change a quick setting instantly, so just right on the screen is perfect for me. And you can modify the screen to showcase any other features you want on the main page. You know, not just speed and, you know, how much you've ridden. You can also put on like temperature, PWM, your tire pressure, your maximum output, whatever. I can go down the laundry list, but I like it.
Yeah, when you press and hold the icon, you can change it, and there's like literal laundry list of things you can change.
And you can see it pretty good during natural daylight, which is pretty awesome.
It's nice and bright.
And you can touch the screen with your gloves on, which is the better part.
Yeah.
Zweems asks, can you monitor PWM and other stats on the screen?
I think Zach just answered that.
Did he?
Yes. Answer to that is yes.
It will be implemented. Yeah.
What's the next one? Question from Cedric Rochat. Does the light orientation compensate the way the wheel is leaning forward and backward? Yeah, when you lean forwards, if your pedal's soft, it'll go down. And if you brake hard, it'll go up.
No, there's no fancy mechanism
No.
that compensates for the
Not a
software.
gyro.
No, that'd be a pretty fragile piece.
Yeah.
Or a gimbal.
All right. Zweems asks, how did they mitigate the motor overheating? What specifically is different from other manufacturers? So I will say that the biggest limiting factor in high performance unicycles in this day of age is the motor heating. So we're past the point of the motor or the motherboard overheating or the battery current not being high enough. So I will say that if you run enough laps, it is possible to overheat this motor, but there has been a lot of thought, work, and research and development to try to mitigate this as much as possible, from firmware overheating, selecting the right motor, things like this. So I will say that we will continue to want to work on it. Did you want to say something?
No, I was going to say that also Mark had tweaked the firmware to change the efficiency range, because the heat comes from inefficiencies.
Yes.
And so as he does the magnet programming to fix the optimization of the efficiencies, there's less heat produced.
Yes. And even yesterday, so I'm one of the bigger racers, and my height allows me to leverage the wheel quite a bit, so I can get the motor to get quite hot. So yesterday, one of the things that Mark did for me as we were testing is removing the field weakening for the AVS track, because that track doesn't necessarily need that high of a speed. So removing that field weakening also helped mitigate some of the heating from the motor.
All right, Max, you answer a question.
Wait, 70. I didn't hit field weakening at 74 mile an hour.
No, field weakening
only
turns on. Yeah. If you want it. So the question was, what point do you feel the field weakening? The field weakening comes on gradually from above 50 miles an hour. But for AVS, because the track is smaller and you're not hitting those top speeds, if we turn off the field weakening in the wheel, you'll still be able to hit 130 kilometers per hour, which is 80 miles an hour in freedom units, without field weakening. So without field weakening, you hit 80. With field weakening, you hit 93.
Gotcha.
I hate to be rude, but we answered a lot of these questions 30 minutes ago.
You want to talk about the top heaviness, perhaps, Zach? The question from that guy.
Yeah, so I would say my Blitz Pro is top heavy, and it pretty much is. It stands pretty tall. This wheel, it doesn't stand tall like that. Its weight distribution is pretty good in terms of it being forward and back and side to side and up and down, however way you want to put it. They designed this to be perfectly centered in terms of, you know, when you're actually engaging in higher speeds, it's going to be stable and it's not going to be so topsy-turvy, you know, floating around on top of a spinning motor.
Yeah, I think to all the people that have ridden a Commander Pro, I'd say it feels very similar. It's very stable, well-balanced wheel. Very, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good comparison to Commander Pro.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Commander Pro XL GT.
It's like, it's what the Commander Max should have been.
This is the real Commander
it's true.
Max.
I saw a question there from Blue Collar Jose, I guess. What's the max lean angle? I'm assuming that's referring to the side-to-side lean angle. And I believe it
was like 80 degrees.
I think it's 80, right?
About 80
Yeah, 80 degrees, which is way more than most people would ever put it at, especially for not an off-road wheel.
I do 75.
At 75, I almost killed someone because I brought it down and it
Yeah,
shot.
tornadoing.
The price was released in the video. It's $4,999 US.
We are going to avoid some of the questions that's already been answered, like the face current is 500, the price is 5,000 and stuff like that. I will encourage you to keep asking questions because we're just going to look at the newest ones. We're not going to scroll up. So if you didn't get your question answered, please just keep asking it. But if we've already answered it, we are not going to focus on those. But Zweems, 500. Oh, video is lagging a little bit.
We have the Grandeur Life. Are those reflectors on the bottom lights? No, they're just sticker reflectors.
Latency.
I'm coming so fast now.
I'm all pixelated.
How's the mudguard?
Pretty good.
Fizzin Film asks, how is the mudguard? Does it spray up your back when riding in the rain?
At first, it did, but they added an extra bit. So like if you look here, oh, it's on. Before, there's an inner one. Where's the camera? There's the camera. There's an inner one here, but they added this one, which before this, it would spray straight up. So now it's much better.
Wow, that's fast.
Yeah,
That's a lot of questions. I'm feeling overwhelmed.
Have you guys had a chance to climb some steep hills, and how does it compare?
I mean, didn't we release the over torque test video?
Yeah, that was during the B-roll earlier.
Well,
But yeah, we did some over torque testing on a hill. I will say that during normal climbing of a hill, you won't over torque it. We did a
off-road place.
The off-road test, that hill.
Yeah.
No, like, it's too easy. This wheel wants. I'm sorry. This wheel wants to climb.
Yeah.
Like
Like
it
we
really
were
just comes. It
skipping
just
the
comes down.
tires.
It just comes down to the tire. Will the tires stick?
Yeah.
That's the only limiting factor. But I'll be releasing an 18-episode series of our 32-day trip in China that will be showing all the ins and outs of our testing, as also behind the scenes of the testing. That kind of goes over a lot of fun little things like that.
I will say it was quite wild to see Max and Zach ripping up the hill. Like the photographer was telling them to slow down because they were going too fast. It was hard to capture.
Fun.
But they were having
Yeah.
so much fun, and like Zach was ripping up. Like both of them were ripping up the hill and just freaking skipping their tire. Oh wait, you can.
we got our first
Come
one.
take a seat. Come take a seat. I'll give you this mic.
All right, so this will be experience.
So to introduce, this is Daniel Scott from EUC Family. He is a long-term V13 rider, and he's just come back from his P6 test.
Oh shit! Hold on, I got it.
Wow, that was fun. I am coming back with a smile on my face. that was outstanding. It feels smaller than 13 for sure. It still has a similar dance that you have to do with it. It's not like all nimble at first, but especially the tire. I noticed it wants to stay up.
Yeah, with the 99 tires, it's a bit of a different running dynamic.
Yeah, but you feel that way with the 13 too. So it's just like the momentum of the wheel is keeping you consistent. So there's that stability to it, and at the same time, I do push into it and it turns. So it has responsiveness that you'd want while still being heavy and straight. So that was fun.
What were some key things that you could describe to the people watching about your experience with the P6?
The P6 is in that category of a car. It's like you can keep up with traffic. You could.
But what kind of car?
Like, I mean, regular cars, not
A Cadillac, a sedan, a Ferrari.
No, I mean you can keep up with traffic with cars. Like you're gonna be on the street and have no problem being able to accelerate with them or brake behind them. It's like a motorcycle.
Not that we condone riding with cars.
It feels like a motorcycle versus like a mountain bike or something of a less caliber. It is solid. The whole frame underneath you feels like a metal box versus just plastic or something. So
How would you describe, like, let's say, the responsiveness or the torque, or?
I can't tap into it, kind of.
The better question, I think, is can you feel the 113 pounds that it is?
No, it feels like 100 pounds, like a V14 type of responsiveness. Where
Yeah. It doesn't feel like a big wheel. How do you say? How would you touch
less than my 13 to more of a 100-pound wheel, something I would feel comfortable taking off-roading. Not that I would, want to comparatively, but I would absolutely have an all-around wheel that could replace most transportation that's ever needed. Like you could go from, miles, 100 miles, and be able to take bike lanes and speeds that you would never be able to do comparatively on a e-bike or a electric scooter. It's out of those categories to something more of like transformational technology that gets into transportation.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was super fun.
I got a question for you. If you were to rename this wheel, what would you call it?
Okay. My first impression is the Batmobile.
Okay.
Batmobile. I like it.
I think what's his name? Afiz something about Batmobile too, wasn't he?
No, he wanted the Panther.
The
Black Panther.
He did say that it's like Batman-esque.
Yeah, Batman or something. I remember hearing Batman somewhere.
Yeah, but then he
This is
settled on the Black Panther.
I think he said this is the wheel that Batman would ride.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, it seems to unlock a superhero vibe.
How fast did you get on it?
Not fast, 40 miles an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not really
crazy.
stable?
Huh?
Did it feel stable? Any weirdness or?
Yeah, I need to redo the pads.
Okay. Oh, you didn't move the pads at all?
No, I didn't touch it.
Okay.
So when I braked, I was like, okay, I don't feel comfortable yet.
Yeah, Max has a lot of rear lean on the brakes.
Oh man, that thing is fun though. Absolutely fun. I would love to, take this to its potential. That was so fun.
The giddiness is coming. The giddiness that we all got when we learned how to ride at EUCs is coming back.
Yeah, that's an incredible wheel. It was surprising how, like you said, how little effort it takes to take off. You'd think it would need more lean or more dialing it in, but it's just response. You're like, all right, I could definitely push faster, and it would go faster.
It's like a little rocket.
Yeah, it's totally a rocket. Wow. Thank you. That was great.
Yeah. Thanks for coming up.
Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, appreciate it.
When I want to be anywhere else, this is great. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks.
Albert, there's a question here for you.
Yes.
Albert, do you have a lot of experience with teardowns? What's your take on doing a tire change on the P6?
Yeah, I would say the P6, like because of the hydraulic fork suspension, you only have to remove half the battery to get access to the tire. So in that regard, it's not like you're doing a full motor extraction to do a tire change. And I would say difficulty-wise, it's very similar to like a Sherman S.
There is a question I do want to answer. It was a little bit up, but I do think it's a good question. They asked about the plastic and what is metal and what is plastic on the wheel.
Okay.
So anything that is meant to take a lot of damage or like the brunt force of a lot of the impacts, such as the front handle, the rear handle, even the top cover, kickstand, things like that are all a high quality plastic. Nylon. Yeah. Nylon reinforced plastic, something like this. And the battery boxes are made out of magnesium. Yeah.
Yeah, and I would just add to that, the trolley handle is also magnesium, so it's not like a flimsy plastic trolley. It's actually a really like sturdy trolley handle.
Franklin Brown asks, is the speedometer accurate? I will say that it is tuned most to the stock tire, but if you ever the way that these things are, if you change the tire to a different width, if you increase the PSI to a really high or low, like a lot of these things can change the opposite by a few percentages. So I would say it's very difficult to get it to be 100% accurate. I will say there will almost always be an offset.
I mean, cars aren't even 100%
Yeah, cars.
accurate.
No, did you know cars by law are required
We
to
overshoot.
overestimate?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, for safety reasons. Yeah. So no vehicle out there will ever be 100% accurate. So that's I'll say again, a lot of the racers, we always like to use GPS speeds with high quality devices like the Racebox to make these speed claims that we have. So yeah, that way it's always universally accurate.
Well, yeah, from our findings, it's about 5 to 8% off.
Yeah.
Fast. Yeah.
I see a lot of questions about ramps, but if you want to get a ramp, like there's a lot of third-party accessories makers that make ramps for these wheels. So I would just go buy one from them.
Like to load it into a car.
Use a dirt bike ramp.
Yeah. Or just lift it.
Yeah. If you can't lift your wheel, then you probably shouldn't be riding it.
Will the software allow you to set a custom offset to the display speed? I would say that as it does as of right now, no, but it's a possibility.
I don't think we have a Stan
Yeah,
asked, do we have
we didn't bring one. We didn't ship one with the wheel, so we don't have it. But I'm pretty sure InMotion will release some photos of the seat soon.
Snook Family Studios asked, is there a built-in speaker? No. Performance wheels don't have speakers.
Well, the main thing is just to keep the weight down, because everything you add to the wheel is weight. So if you add speakers, if you add whatever, it's
the speaker, the driver board for the speaker.
Yeah, is a speaker worth the weight? And that's the question. So for my answer to that, because it's a high performance wheel, I would say no. If you want to carry a speaker, then carry a JBL.
My mom's in the chat. Hi, Mom. When do we start racing? Jen Ashby.
Oh, Jen Ashby.
When do we start racing with them, Albert?
When do you guys start racing? Oh, you guys practiced yesterday, so when's your guys' first race?
We got AVS tomorrow.
I'm excited.
Me too.
I will say, I think there was some question about like exclusivity and NDAs and all that. So like realistically, like they signed an NDA just so they don't release any information before the release date. But none of these guys were ever locked to racing this wheel. And when I asked them to join this InMotion, or when Brian asked them to join this InMotion race wheel team, it was more so about like, if you guys believe in the wheel, if you believe in the product, if you think that this wheel will elevate your racing performance, then come and join us. And if not, there's no pressure to come and join us. So the fact that they're all here is because they believe that the product truly will elevate their racing potential and that they're happy to race it. Is that correct? Like, am I correct in saying that?
Yeah.
It's my new favorite wheel.
Yeah. So it's just the raw power it has. Every time you lean forward on it, you just keep going and you just
You're hitting up?
smile.
I see ya.
Just a big grin.
There's a question from just a guy about the rear lights. So the rear turn signals and brake lights, there is settings in the apps that you can change the the behavior of the lights, and you can turn them off as well.
Thank you. Even though I really enjoy off-road riding over street riding, this wheel just makes me want to lean just a little bit the other way.
Well, I mean, like that photo of you leaning at Fugang is like ridiculous lean. Like
Dude,
in
that
that
wasn't even
photo,
the
you can see the tire deformation. It's
I wasn't
crazy.
even trying.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, there's limits to this wheel that no one in this room has experienced yet. Not that we're scared, but it's because it's just a matter of time, and we just finally refined it to the point where it feels like a real wheel. It sounds weird to say that, but it's, almost 100% fully functioning, and within that 90% area, it's really opening up that door that like, wow, like we're just skimming the surface.
Yes, Brian?
Gingerbread, that's my buddy Andrew. Was there a feature or part of the design that didn't make it that you really wanted or almost added? So I would say that there must be always like features that we want. So it's not like if I have a particular feature that I want, it's not gonna trump if everybody else doesn't want it. So like, for example, like the trolley handle, I wanted a one-hand operable design. You can kind of cheat and do that, but it's not it's not as easy as some of the other wheels. So there's I also wanted adjustable pedal hangers. didn't make it. You know, those kind of things aren't always as easy as just asking for it. So there's always a lot of things that we ask for and it didn't always make it, but there's always a possibility with future wheels to get that earlier in the developmental process and not so late in like the month before release.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have Lalexina here. He's from Vegas. And he's, I'm guessing you've tried the wheel and you want to share your first impressions?
Yeah, no, it's a spectacular wheel. It's definitely, it's well balanced. I wasn't at all, like I knew it was 113 pounds, 112 pounds, but stepping on the wheel and getting to really flick it around, you don't feel that same weight. With how evenly distributed it is, along your leg, it's spectacular. I'm a fan of it. I found myself over torquing, or not over torquing, but I felt it dip a little bit.
Pedal sensitivity is probably 50%.
It was at like 20. That's why.
It's also what's interesting. I'll touch on that is that it's based off current, right? Like it's based off how hard you push. So like other manufacturers like Bigot, it's more speed based. So like after you get some more speed, it starts to go. So this was like part of racer input that we wanted to dip as soon as you go.
Yeah.
But maybe if you like harder pedals, you might also appreciate that at 100% it's quite stiff.
Okay.
It's really like it's a little too stiff.
It's harder to get going. So yeah, I definitely like a little bit of give. But if there's anyone out there that likes super solid pedals, like we wanted to be able to accommodate a range of riders that like super soft pedals to harder pedals. So yeah, we're always going to be improving on that.
It was actually really funny, actually, you mentioned it, because like when we were doing the testing in China, there was a point where the pedals, like we put them 100% stiff, and we were like, me and Mark are like looking at the pedals to see if there's movement.
Yeah.
And I think Brian was testing it, and he was like, I swear the pedals are going upwards. And we're like staring at the pedals. We're like, no, it's not moving upwards. But because it's so stiff and it wasn't like outside of what you're used to, it felt like it was going up. Yeah.
There was some firmwares that did that.
There was some firmwares that did, yeah. But I think the time that you were doing that comment, we were like staring at your pedal and there was like zero movement.
Yeah.
And you're like, I swear it's moving upwards.
Sometimes you have to be on it because I put my phone on it and it would be like 3 degrees or 2 degrees and it's impossible to see. But it's like yeah, almost for testing, I almost want to put like a gyro on the freaking pedal because it's like
another gyro.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like doubting myself, like, is it doing it? Because the pedals are so stiff.
Yeah,
it like you're used to it giving a little bit.
Correct.
What's your guys' current comfort level with the sensitivity? Like, what do you guys set it to?
Yeah, what are your guys' sensitivity
Yeah, what do
settings?
you guys run right now?
What you tried is my.
Oh, you run at 20?
20%?
Oh, man, okay.
How about you, Zach?
Want to go next?
I'll bounce around between like 20 and 100%.
Okay, and how about you, Brian? What's your typical pedal sensitivity setting?
I'm still playing with it. I haven't landed exactly at a right number, but yesterday I've been doing about 50%.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, no, definitely the wheel has a really smooth delivery. And I'm a huge fan of the pedals being the same as like the Bigot hangers, just so we can still use our older pedal.
Just need to add a bit of spacers.
Yeah, okay, so spacers, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's never an issue. Anything I don't like. It takes a little bit to get the handle up. I mean, you can't bring the trolley handle up with one hand. That's one mildly frustrating thing. But I do love the power button being right where your where your thumb is, depending on, because it's symmetrical. If you're right-handed, you probably want it on the right side or opposite. Sorry. But when you pick it up and the button is right directly where your thumb is close to, you don't have to reach around. You don't have to go for an imaginary button elsewhere. It's those little differences that make it feel more polished, for sure.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
We got James Darnell coming in.
Happy you came, Lauren.
Thank you for sharing your experience, Law.
Thank you guys for having me.
Maybe now you can go and try it 100% and you can let us know your thoughts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go try it.
Go do it.
James Darnell.
What a ride. I'll tell you, man. I actually had a sneak peek yesterday. I hopped on Zach's wheel at ABS. I didn't take the time to set the pads correctly, so I really couldn't push it. We put the pads where Max sets his because you had your outline, outline. So I fit in perfect. I launch, and I'm going, yeah, big smile on my face, wind in my hair, bugs in my teeth. I'm like, yeah. And then I go to stop, and I'm like, your pads are so far back, bro. Like,
Because I grabbed the handle. I don't really use
do too, but I don't always.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, so I had no shit moment, but it was mostly because of his pad placement, not the wheel. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure other people have mentioned the power. I actually do like the handle placement. I know you like to grab the handle when your turns. I did the same thing. I rode down to the Harley dealership, looped around their parking lot, and they're all out doing some tent event or something, and they're all like, "Whoa, what is that? What is that?" I'm like, "Hey, there's a launch event over across the street. Your neighbors have these things for sale. Let's go." You know, so there's going to be a lot of interest when people see these things zipping around the street, like at motorcycle speeds. You know, it's going to get a new wave of available market, I think. Guys my age that do ride motorcycles that are probably have a couple bucks to spend on one of these things to see what it's about. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be a great success. Congratulations on everything you guys did to work on this. It's really cool.
Well, I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for you.
That's true, son.
Literally.
Yeah.
And Monday marks a historic birthday for you too.
Oh, yeah. That was, yeah.
Are you talking about being here today as in like because of his sperm or because he's
I think that's
I'll
where
let the audience figure that one out.
But yeah, totally cool wheel. I didn't feel like I needed to change many settings. I mean, it tipped over fine for me, but I'm used to a 90/90 tire. And like I said, I was just grab onto the handle and lean to the side and hold on. And it was a pretty good ride.
That's awesome. Any feedback in terms of like the suspension or like the ergonomics of the wheel or how heavy it felt it was or anything along those lines?
Yeah, it felt a little bit like a cross between like an EX30 and a Commander GT Pro as far as like the weight, and but it also adds that stability that those wheels bring to it as well. So you do have to push a little harder to tip it over with that 90 tire on it, but again, it wasn't anything that any experienced rider is not going to pick up and get used to like pretty quick.
Yeah. Also, this isn't the stock tire, so when you get your wheel, it probably won't. Or like if somebody, like,
You want to have that high gyro feel.
yeah, it'll lean over much easier than the 90/90 we have.
Yeah, and then I'll pull that off and put a 90/90 on probably before I
whoever's
get to
racing
experience that.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I'll probably get it out of the box and take it around the block and then change the tire.
Yeah.
So out of all the wheels you've ridden and how would you rate this wheel out of 10?
Out of the box, it's above and beyond. I'll be, I mean, 100% truthful there. Just because my son's got an orange shirt on, I mean, I'm not going to candy coat it. Other wheels, I feel like I have to severely modify to get them to a point where I like them, whether it's a suspension or just the weight, or why do they put these things on, and why is this handle in my way of my knee, and just there's always something that it's like you gotta either print something or buy something or just, you know, do something like above and beyond the cost of the wheel. Like I said, changing the tire might be the only thing I do here. The suspension as set up, I mean, I know you guys have it set for the track, but even going through the undulations and the curbs and stuff like that out in this environment, it was handling it fine, and the rebound was nice, and you know, it was
too.
Yeah, I made it a lot more
Stiff.
yeah. So like out of the box, it's like a spring. It feels so light because it just pops you up.
Yeah, that's what I meant. You probably have it set more for the track,
Yeah.
which is, I think you got it pretty close to where it should be
Felt
for
pretty
that.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you tried yesterday, I didn't do anything to the suspension.
You didn't set the pads either, because I could normally hop in your pads and go, and
You were just too excited.
I was. It's a beautiful wheel that performs really well and handles great. I'm sure it's going to be a success. So, you know, I wish you all the best of luck, and I'm sure I'll be participating in that, at least on a consumer side.
Yeah.
The minimum.
Cool. Thanks again for coming out and trying the wheel.
Glad you liked it.
Yeah. Anyone else? That want- Should I drag somebody that just got off the wheel? All right.
Go get Q.
All right. Sounds good.
What does it measure at the top of the controller?
I don't think we've
Your
ever
battery
measured the height.
percentage.
Oh, hi, Mark. Perfect. Trust me.
Trust me.
What
though.
is your favorite color?
Favorite color? Black.
Favorite color is black.
Not orange?
Oh, you mock orange.
They're laughing at me because I happen to buy these shoes on clearance and they happen to have the InMotion orange on them.
Oh, yeah.
Mark,
Small
can I ask a question to you, Mark?
Oh.
When you were helping develop this P6, how difficult was it to develop this P6 compared to other InMotion wheels like V12S and V13?
That's a good question.
P6 is a real performance wheel. So I should spend much time on it.
Yeah. So you're saying the V13 is not a performance wheel?
P6 is a real performance
Yeah,
wheel.
real performance wheel. Yes.
Oh,
Psycho.
perfect.
Sounds good. We got Psycho. Is it Psycho Therapeutico? Psycho, what's the whole name?
Tony. But Psycho
Psycho.
friend, yeah.
Yeah, take a seat.
So guys,
Nice meeting you, Matt.
Let me go.
So for those that don't know, this is Psycho, famously known for the hand slide, Psycho slide,
Yeah, Psycho slide.
from Spain.
Yeah.
He's here for the races.
we will try, brother. We will try to do something, you know.
Yeah.
At least I have a wheel. I'm having fun, and I'm enjoying that experience.
So what do you think about the P6?
Oof, it's such a good wheel, bro. I would like to have some more time riding it because have some interesting balance, you know. And the power and the suspension, everything that I feel right now is like a new level. So I would like to have this in a track, you know, for try. That's so cool, man. Maybe with another tire, you know, more stable, I think. And I would like to also make some massive jumps. Because I was trying the Oryx for make whips and 180 and all that. And with that weight, I was feeling comfortable. So I think with that one, we can make some nice tricks, you know, get some nice airs.
Yeah.
Did you try, guys, to jump with that one?
Jumps?
Did you try jumps?
We have
They
it.
did that. They had that video where they
Oh.
that ramp. Or
No,
the-
that
the-
was the V14.
No, that was on this one.
Oh, going up
you guys,
the ramp.
all you guys did like
Yeah.
one after another.
Dude, you could send this wheel on
It's
that.
not like I think like 8, 9, 10 feet of air, 8 feet of air maybe.
Or like length maybe.
Oh, like no, I think it was way more than that.
Really? I don't know if I got 8.
You bent your rim.
Yeah,
doing that.
I bent the rim landing.
Bend the rim?
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
I was at like 22 psi. Yeah.
It was like a wheelchair ramp. It wasn't like
Yeah.
a full-on jump.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think I saw that.
Yeah.
Okay, it was in the flat landing, no?
It was flat landing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just land straight to flat. Like the
It's
worst
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I would
But
like
we want to do real jumps.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But this wheel is not a jumping wheel, and this wheel is not a racing wheel. It's a high-performance, long-range wheel, but people will do it regardless. So we will test.
Just because it's not made for it doesn't mean it's bad at it.
Exactly.
It just means that that's not what it's intended for.
Yeah.
I don't think anything in the market is intended for what we use it for.
Oh, definitely not.
For sure not.
You see like the trailers and commercials for a lot of these products, and it's like, no, that's not us.
How about ergonomics?
It's so compact, bro. I was feeling the weight like the center of balance is perfect, almost perfect. It's so agile, you know. And how much is the weight of that wheel?
51 kilos.
51 kilos. Fuck. For 51 kilos, it's so nimble. Yeah. You really making a good job with that one.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
Out of 10, how would you rate the wheel?
At the moment, I tried it in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But
Just
we are
crush it.
a solid 8.
A solid 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It will be amazing, brother. I would like to test harder, you know?
Yeah. Are you going to be at ABS in Tough One, right?
Yeah, for sure. I'll be here until December 14th.
Oh, wow. Very long. Okay.
So I have like 2.5 months for try it if I have the opportunity.
Okay.
So it will be nice.
Yeah. Could be possible.
Yeah. Good.
Thank you for coming.
No, thank you guys for inviting me.
Thank
You are
you.
amazing.
Thank you, Psycho.
Thank you guys.
Zen Lee, did you try the wheel?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Ready when you are. We got Zen Lee from the Zen Zone.
How's it going?
Good to see you guys.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, man.
So, what do you think?
It's amazing. I wish I could put a bigger tire on it. Like I don't know if you've tried. Can we talk about other wheels?
Yeah, that's fine.
The Oryx, the street tire on the Oryx.
22-inch.
If I could put that on this, I would love it. That's my personal preference.
The rim size is all different.
I feel like it's such a big wheel. I need a bigger tire for me personally. But I mean, this is the wheel that put UC past Eastgate. We beat the Eastgate. Mario beat the Eastgate times. I think a lot of these guys beat the times.
What do you think about power delivery, suspension?
The suspension feels amazing. I think it's one of my favorite suspensions so far. Especially, I can see how that's good for racing. You could sink into those turns real nice, and I love the handle. The feeling of the handle on this one. It's easy to get to. It's not like hidden or anything. It's there to grab if you need to brake or use it for some other techniques.
Yeah, the handle is designed by Brian.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
They made cardboard cutouts.
I drew a little line of what it should be.
The handle was the noticeably my favorite part. Like it felt like the Oryx, like being able to grab the handle and use it. It's not just for protection. It has some utility to it. Really like that. The suspension, I think, is my favorite so far. Like,
So I will say the suspension, they tuned it more stiffer because they wanted heavier damping for the racetrack yesterday.
and that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you open it all up, it's very reboundy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very springy.
That's damping, heavily damping.
Yeah. Overall, I mean, I was on it for all of 2 minutes, but I think it's like one of the probably wheel of the year in terms of racing. If we beat the Eastgate times, these guys are beating the Eastgate times. We are number one then. I mean, I think we're beating e-bikes, Eastgate. This is
Photo? I don't think we can beat.
no.
No.
No. I
What
think
about weight pound for pound?
Pound
for
pound,
yeah.
probably, yeah.
Okay.
I think pound for pound we can. Oh, actually, not Eastgate.
Well, Eastgate beats
We
us.
beat e-scooter and e-bike like a long time ago, pound for pound.
Okay. But at Apple Valley Speedway, this has the fastest time out of all the PVs, as far as I know. 108, right?
108
Mario.
over.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's like how far we've come.
That's only with a 56 mile per hour top speed. So there's so much on the table there that he could improve on.
That's incredible. It's an incredible wheel. InMotion's best wheel.
If you were
Based
to
off
rename,
one.
if you were to rename this wheel, what would you call it?
The Zac.
Zac Attack.
I was
Also
thinking
the
InMotion
InMotion
Max.
Oof.
InMotion Max.
Motion Zac, Motion Max.
Okay. The Zac Max.
Wheels after riders.
Zax.
there a mini behind
That's just you.
Meaning what?
Is there a mini behind the P6?
Well, P is just performance.
Zach doesn't agree with that.
So what
Zac
does
does-
it do? P6?
Well, the P stands for performance, and 6 is a cool number they thought at the time.
Okay. All right. We need some lore.
Whichever
Some more
you
lore.
want.
Some more.
Some lore
Yeah.
behind the P6.
6 is for the number of testers that died on it during testing.
Ooh, there you go. That's some lore.
Number of face plates.
Yeah.
And it's $5,000, huh?
Correct.
So same price as the Panther and Works.
Yes.
Okay. That's a good price point. Definitely spendy, but for this, I mean, it's the highest voltage wheel. What was the battery size? I missed that.
4200.
4200. So it's just a little bit smaller than the Works, bigger than the Sherman L. It feels like a Sherman L on steroids, really, to me. Like,
I think someone said that. It was like a Sherman L, but like double the performance.
Yeah, yeah. It's a pretty good comparison.
Yeah, it's a pretty good comparison.
feels like the same sort of ergonomics, same sort of handles, but a bit taller, so it's easier to grab the handle for me. The tire, the Pilot 2 feels good on it. My only preference would be, I would love to just try it with that Oryx tire, that street tire. Oof. I love those 22-inch tires. This would, yeah. But I mean, it's perfect. I mean, it's like I heard you asking Cycle for a rating. I would give it higher than an 8. I think I would give it at least a 9 and potentially wheel of the year.
Go.
I got a question for Zen. How much do you think Max weighs over here?
125 pounds.
Are you joking?
Pick him up.
Pick him up. Let's go.
Oh man, he's probably 140.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, 145.
I think he's stretching that 5.
Yeah, in China I lost
So
pounds.
the same weight as Psycho. All right.
The track, I actually don't like. Oh, food. I like the food. I don't think I had a single bad meal.
Wow.
I heard you didn't.
Okay, well, Marty asked, what did Max think of the food in China? So Marty, what did you think of the food in China?
I had difficulties, but there are some. I did have some fantastic food, but a lot of the default food was no, not my thing.
So to put that in perspective, Marty went to the industrial Dongguan area, and we were living in the high-tech Shenzhen area where there's lots of food options. So I think that's a huge contributing factor. Yeah.
Anyway, Marty, did you get to try the wheel? Yeah. Wait, can we invite you into the panel officially? Thank you, Zen.
Thank you,
Thank
Zen.
you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Marty,
Come. Thanks for coming, Zen.
I don't bite usually.
Use your mic. So, is this a Marty-approved wheel?
Well,
Close to your mouth.
Closer to the heart.
so I was a little, had a little bit of trepidation when I first got in because I thought, well, how's it gonna behave, particularly with that tire? But no, it was nice. I don't think the tire. I think probably would ride. I might prefer a better tire. It's a little, for me, on the squirrelier side. I think that's the nature of that tire, right?
Yeah.
But given that, it was still good. My first overall impression when I first started riding it was, yes, it's got the V12S suspension, which, as I've said in my other videos, I thought the V12S arguably might be the best suspension on any stock EUC that I've ever ridden in terms of comfort. Maybe it's not the best for off-road rocky stuff, right? But this immediately, and now you're telling me that this is actually on the stiffer side, the way it's set up right now?
Yeah, so he had added a bunch of damping into
I
it.
would think I would want it softer than that. It's pretty nice.
Well, when so we were in China and he first got on it, it was so rebounding that he was just like hopping around. Like it was super.
It's really fun to jump around on it when it's this high rebound.
So I was on it for maybe 5 minutes. I took it on the road and then I jumped off some higher curbs.
Yeah.
It's just like the V12S, which for the suspension, I think it's great. It feels very balanced to me. Doesn't feel tippy, like when I'm stopping or doing.
Like top heavy?
Top heavy, yeah. It doesn't feel top heavy at all. And turning was very nice. The acceleration, I'm not these guys, but when I was accelerating, it just is effortless. So it's very peppy, feels very peppy. It feels, yeah, it does not feel like a heavy wheel. I'm very impressed. I did a little bit of seated riding too.
Okay.
Definitely would be nice to have it. I think
little cushion.
If I had some cushion.
You mean like a 6-inch cushion?
Yeah, I need big cushion. Not for my butt, but for my knees. You know, kind of thing. That's if I do a deep squat for a long time, it starts bothering my knees. But I hope to get a chance to do some extended testing with the P6. And of course, everyone knows I'm a range guy. I love my mountain rides, and I'm really excited to hear that 2. Sounds like he said 2.9.
Yes, 2.9.
A little less than Leaperkin even. Leaperkin is 2.94.
Okay.
I know these numbers to the decimal.
I will say that me and Marty have had a lot of conversations over the last, like, I don't know, 7-8 months maybe. And Marty has been pushing really, really hard for us to get to that lower voltage. And he pushes me, and then I pushed InMotion a lot for it. And so I guess Marty's kind of happy with the outcome that he got.
Really happy.
If you don't know what they're talking about, they're talking about the individual cells in the battery, how low voltage they can go. So like when you start getting tilt back and when the wheel will actually shut off due to low battery. So they're just saying that they push the cells to lower voltages than all the other companies.
And that just
within a safe.
It's still within the safe margin. It's just nobody else does it.
It affects range, and it's on the margins. So, but again, if you do long rides, every once in a while, you're coming in on fumes, and that difference can make a few miles.
Yeah.
And
Check these higher voltages.
like in V12S, it's 3.35 volts. Really high. They really should still change that. I think that's a firmware update.
We've been really busy with the firmware on this one, so we'll deal with that afterwards.
You did the V14?
The V14 was done prior
That was
because we were
done-
testing that back in the day,
Okay.
before the P6 hadn't even had a prototype yet.
So overall, the very raw impressions, very positive. Again, I'm just looking forward to some distance riding, but yeah,
I will say one more thing. When you do your range test,
Yeah.
I mean, that was changed, which was again pushed for, was previously with InMotion wheels or other wheels, when you get to tilt back into low batteries, even if you're not riding, it's still tilted back and it's really hard to push. So with this wheel, if it doesn't sense that someone's riding it in terms of the amount of torque that's being requested, it will allow you to trolley it without being tilted back. So you can walk home
Okay,
easier.
Cool, cool.
Yeah.
Of course, there's tricks of the trade here. When you get tilt back, what you do is you turn off the wheel, give it a few seconds, you turn it back.
What's that have to do with Pagode?
Well, they might work with it.
I mean, based on, I didn't know it had that feature. That's a really cool feature. So
You turn it back on, and maybe you can ride another 100 feet before you have to do it again. But if you're, trying to get back to the car and you got a mile,
Well, I rode 7 kilometers on tilt back.
I saw that
Yeah,
video.
7 kilometers.
7 kilometers, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's a good distance, and you're at 0%.
It was already zero plus tilt back. So it goes 0 first and then tilt back, and then I rode 7 kilometers.
And
Someone in the chat said Marty is difficult to impress, so his stamp of approval is a win for the P6.
I'm difficult to impress. I love all wheels. But
It's almost as good as the UL certificate.
Maybe Marty approval is better than UL certification.
Yeah. So yeah, can't wait to start testing one someday. So Albert says maybe soon. So that'd be cool.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
All right, thanks. And I didn't
Thank
hurt
you.
the wheel. Wheel still.
Has anyone done it yet?
It's got 1,400 miles on it, by the way. You're putting miles on it.
1,400 miles.
Doesn't, I thought I saw something 1,400, 1,440 or something. I assumed it was miles.
oh,
maximum
it's
power.
probably the wattage.
Oh, okay. I just.
Maybe it got.
I was like, 300 miles is a lot.
I saw a big number and I thought, oh, that's miles.
Yeah, so usually it shows like on the right side, right?
Yeah.
Usually you can change that between like voltage, wattage, like
you want.
yeah.
So you have
Right now we just hid the voltage because yesterday we didn't want people to see it.
very sneaky.
Yeah, usually we have voltage on the screen, which is why Brian spent like 50 hours editing his destruction video, because every time the screen kind of showed, it shows voltage. So you had to blur it frame by frame.
Hear about that because some videos you showed them like
What was configured on the screen?
Yeah.
fees
Yeah.
showing it. and
Yeah, 'cause we hid the
He
voltage.
was showing the display, but other videos it was blurred out.
Yeah.
But I forgot you could figure that.
Yeah.
It was like halfway through testing where we like realized that like as soon as we got the wheel, we put all voltage so we could see it, and then right afterwards we figured out that like this is really annoying to edit. So then we changed it all to like wattage, and then we let everybody fill in the screen after that.
When was that? Just now?
But by the time we figured it out, it was like 15 days in, so they already took a bunch of content, and we didn't want to throw away the content. So Brian put his blood, sweat, and tears into editing frame by frame.
And that video stressed me out because I thought I edited out everything, like blurred the screen a bunch of times. Like I knew people were gonna pause it frame by frame to look at the number. And then I'm like, okay, I think I got it. And I sent it to Albert. And Albert's like, I found like 2 or 3 spots that has it. And I'm like, oh damn, how did I miss this? And then when I was like right about to post it, there was something we both missed. And there's another thing. So I'm like, oh man, this video is like, I'm like, should I just wait to post it? But I'm glad I made that video. But yeah, a lot of time went into checking frame by frame where I was like, why did we not take the voltage off before we did all that testing?
Talk about your first impression. Oh, okay.
I'm surprised that they announced that they announced this wheel up front. On some of the other wheels, InMotion, some previous wheels, InMotion didn't let you know anything about the wheel, but here they're showing all kinds of videos of you guys riding it and.
That was done mid-trip, where they allowed the content to be released during the trip. Originally, it was not going to have any content released until the launch date.
Yeah.
So I think Albert might have.
Yeah, we pushed really hard to kind of like show the people more like behind the scenes and
build up the suspense.
I mean, even like outside of like the whole marketing and suspense, I think for us as a group, I would say that like we really wanted that transparency aspect of like letting everyone see the trials and tribulations and the work that these guys are doing, because ultimately it is like one of the most like I really want to emphasize it's really difficult to like mentally reset, and the amount of like long days that they went through to test these wheels. Like,
So but you didn't show any of the cutouts.
what do we did? I think Zach's video will show it.
Yeah, but the ones which have been released, no cutouts.
Yeah, just be very limited.
But Zach's, yeah, he said he's going to be releasing
Was
a bunch of.
Zach the only real cutout?
Well, I mean, you had like the angle cutout.
Yeah, but that wasn't like the wheel's fault. That was just the setting got reset.
Yeah, I had 2 real cutouts. You had the overcurrent cutout.
Well,
On
that
the-
was
on
we
the
were.
slope.
Yeah, I guess. But we were kind of we weren't expecting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Max smashed my phone on True Gang.
Oh yeah. They did a firmware update on my wheel, and for some reason, when it did the update, it reset the pedal tilt, like berm mode.
Cutout.
So I leaned out, and I had his phone in my pocket for data to collect data, and leaned it over in the turn. I start to come back up, and then it shuts off.
You can see all the damage on the
Permanent scratches on the edges. I shattered his screen.
Oh, now you got a story.
Yeah.
With the
I'm always with Albert.
All right, guys.
Thank you. Thank you again, Marty. Lauren.
Hello.
I see you brought the emotional support banana.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us, what do you think?
It's for Aaron.
Well, I'm really new to wheels, and so I've only ridden a few, but I was very impressed with it. I've been riding the Blitz Pro for the past like month, and this thing has like no wobble. No wobble. I was kind of blown away at how stable it felt. Yeah, again, I'm not super well versed in the world of the wheel, but this thing is insanely impressive. Yeah.
Tell everyone, how long have you been riding?
3 months.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to getting some more time on it and hopefully pushing closer to that top speed as well. So yeah, I'm pretty excited.
So no matter what speed Max or Brian get, if you guys do the top speed as a couple, nobody can beat you.
We'll be holding hands to the finish line.
Yeah, exactly. You do a top speed couple run, and like that Guinness World Record will stay forever.
Yeah. Do it.
Do that.
I believe in us.
Mhm.
How about maneuverability? Do you feel it's heavy or?
No, it felt really light. It felt really light. Like Zach mentioned earlier that the Blitz Pro feels like really top heavy, and yeah, comparatively, this thing it feels like the weight is a lot more centered, which was weird for me. I mean, again, I need more ride time on it to get comfortable to do just that big difference, but I feel like it'll probably help a lot of riders once you are comfortable with it. Yeah, felt very maneuverable. I was scared to get low on it because again, I'm just pretty new, but yeah.
Hey Q, did you try it? Have you tried it? When you're ready, come over here for a first
If
impression.
you guys don't know Lauren, she'll be racing at AVS and Tough One in the women's division. I think she'll do very well.
I'm here for fun, guys. We're just gonna have some fun with it.
You're putting a lot of pressure on Zach.
Huh?
You're putting a lot of pressure on her.
I have. Pressure makes diamonds.
It's true.
But just a little bit of heat. Can't all be pressure.
I have practiced pretty hard, so I'm gonna do my best. Yeah, I'll pass it on to someone that knows a little bit more about wheels.
Q, he's if you guys don't know Q, he's legendary. Yesterday, you sit over there in the casting couch. I mean, couch.
Get me here.
So Q yesterday was on his links at AVS, and like he's wild because he rides the beeps down the whole straight.
Nuts.
It is freaking nuts. The whole straight. Like most people, they hit the beeps and they pull off, and Q's like, I hit the beeps. I am where I want to be. So Q.
Yeah.
Tell us, what do you think?
So coming from a Lynx, everyone already knows I love riding like soft mode. Like I have 0 softness and 100 assists, so I'm always dipping, and that doesn't bother me anymore. But that was my main gripe with other brands. I love the power delivery of Begode and like InMotion, like the V14. I love that thing, so zippy. But the thing is, the hard mode just or the softness just wasn't there for me. I tried this. I told him to automatically go to 0%, like 0% softness. That thing feels just like the Leaper Kim softness. And I know the good thing about this is I can actually adjust the braking too. So, yeah, this thing is amazing. I would go with it. Honestly, over a Sherman-L, I'd pick this. Our automatic, I was like, dude, this feels like a Sherman-L. It jumps like a Sherman-L. It brakes just like, like a Sherman-L. Like, you don't feel the weight like that. It's so nimble, even with a 90-90, and I ride 80-90, so. And when I was leaning as if I was going 0 to 30, and I was already in the 30s. And that thing didn't dip on me. It didn't feel bad at all. It felt amazing.
I mean, pull the data, it'd probably be like, 200 amps.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. But no, this thing is crazy. That's my main thing. I never really knew where I could lean in my links. I lean, but I don't know where I'm going to dip. And I never want to hit that point. But after you guys had already tested this and I've seen the videos and stuff, I'm like, okay, let me give it a shot. And I wasn't trying to break it, but I was trying to like go past my limits, and this thing already pushed me past that point. Now when I go back to my links tomorrow for the race, I'm going to be like, I'm not going to go.
Problem that Max had.
Yeah.
And he has a 168 volt Commander Pro. Like that thing pulls, man.
Yeah.
So like now I can see why Max can lean so damn hard. Like you don't have to worry about it, man. This thing is like going to be revolutionary. There's no way you're going to be able to cut this thing out anywhere below like 45, 50, honestly. Seems like it. So
I love it.
I see some sweat on your cue. You must have pushed it pretty hard.
I'm wearing my jacket. Oh my god.
The online audience wants you to take the jacket off.
Oh god, really? Oh, okay.
Not
just online audience.
Yeah, so
jack off.
maybe you want to talk about your experience, like when you finished your testing in China and you came back to ride your Commander Pro.
Yeah, so I came back from the P6, like leaning as hard as I could on it. And I got on my Commander Pro and I was kind of scared to ride it because I knew that if I thought of it like it was the P6, I would cut it out. And I came back and I got on it and I was like, I want to try to do some 0 to 30 runs. And I managed to get the best time I've ever done because I got on this wheel and I started leaning that hard. But I was dipping and beeping the whole 0 to 30. I never thought I could push that 168 volt wheel to that limit, and the P6 really showed me that there's a lot more left in not just my abilities, but like that the wheels can progress so much more. And I think the P6 has really pushed the envelope.
Yeah, and I think that's actually one good thing to mention is like when they're in China, they're doing all these runs and they're hitting like all these PRs, right? And 0 to 30, 0 to 60, whatever these. And we released them just out of the pure excitement. Like when Max hit his PR in China, he was like screaming out of his helmet. We could hear him like 200 meters away. And he was super excited about it. So we just kind of share these out of excitement. But these like metrics that they're hitting isn't actually representative of the maximum that the wheel can do. Like these things are just the maximum that they've done on it. And every time we've hit these PRs, it's like just exciting. So it's one of the things that like I think as this wheel gets released and more people get to ride it, we'll see a lot of these walls kind of come down and people will start hitting these PRs for themselves and for others. So I think that's something that's really worth mentioning because a lot of people are like, I think I saw a video from Ustride who's like, well, my EX30 can do 0 to 60 in like 6.5 or 7 seconds. So we didn't get very far in EUC technology, but it's like, no, that's just.
Ustride is always like 3 generations behind.
But yeah, I think that we'll see a lot more performance, like I guess statistics be released as these wheels get into people's hands.
You. I got a question for you. If you were to rename the P6, what would you call it?
Microphone.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not really not sure what I would name the wheels. They all have very interesting names.
How about a stripper's name?
I gotta tell you, this is a pretty cool name. Mad Max.
Yeah, I like that.
Instead of PC, instead of
Mad Max is
Mad Max.
thing.
Yeah, that's a nice name.
give a name, and that's actually a cool name.
I don't know.
How about Furiosa?
I mean, I like that.
Max could mean when we go Mad Max.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Wait, is this your wheel?
Yeah. Well, one of 2.
No, you can't have it, Marty.
We've been riding. Okay.
I'm still racing that one. The tire's broken in.
Yeah.
I'm too lazy to break in.
I think secretly he wants to keep his wheel pristine.
Kinda.
If he crashes, he just crashes.
Yeah, I mean, look at it. I've already
A missile.
broken it a bit.
missile.
It was like a fucking missile. Like you can throw this thing. Like it shoots.
It wants to fly.
Yeah, I know.
Question is, can you hold on?
Oh, as long as the traction's there, yeah. Yeah.
What's the same as V14? Quality of same as V14.
Yep. Which it's nice because like it has that cutoff beam.
Yeah.
Like when I ride around campus on the V14 and my V9, I don't blind people. You know, I blind people with my Lynx headlight, and I blinded people with my Master headlight.
Dude, your Lynx headlight could shoot the top of the building.
I know. I even have the cutoff print, and it still is like it's just for cosmetics, anything. But
Brian, did Roger leave?
I think
yeah, Roger had to go.
Oh.
Yeah.
I will say the pedals feel amazing. Like usually when you get any new wheel, like the pedals aren't, at least for me with Leap Kim, they were not there. And these pedals are amazing. They grip. They have a lot of space for my feet because I'm a 10.5. So some pedals just aren't like big enough for me. As long as I put my pads in the back, I can, I like keeping my toe and my heel within the pedal. I don't like hanging off because that messes with my balance and my braking especially. But yeah, I mean, right off the bat, like this wheel felt pristine. It felt great. I love the display. I'm growing to like it. I've only tried the V12S a little bit because Smalls let me try it a bit at intro. But that display is great. It's super big. That's the main thing. It's very wide. You can see everything on it, and it gives you a lot of data. So, I mean, I love that, man.
The cool thing about the display is actually during the destruction test, we all had like bets and we all thought like after the first couple runs, it would just get destroyed. And like at the end of the day, that was the only thing that was not even destroyed at all.
Not even touched.
No, not even like scratched.
Hell, the rim was even that damaged.
It's got to be on all.
So there's like
Yeah.
3 or 4.
I think it's one of those things that if you've
dents
never
at most,
used
but
it,
there
you'll be
was
like,
no,
oh, it's a gimmick.
cracks or
And then once you use it, you're like,
fragments
oh, I
missing.
love it.
I remember dropping like my EX30 and that thing would just like shatter.
Yeah.
The Master would like fold like tinfoil.
Oh my god, I cracked my Master rim. Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, it's just LCD panel.
The rim.
I think
It's a
they used
magnesium rim.
Yeah, it's super bright.
They used better components.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's more valuable than brittle.
The brightness,
It doesn't
lumens.
crack.
Yeah. I guess it's nits. Yeah.
Chinese
Lumens is for
game.
lights.
And I see the motor's smooth on the side. And
Do we have anyone else?
Is there any chassis
Okay.
flex at all?
Did Law try it 100%
There's a little
hardness?
bit of play with the
The Law
suspension
will
strokes,
try it again.
but I guess that's
Okay.
very
Did Jay try it?
it's very minimal.
Okay, that's good.
You know, like on like some of the Leaper Kim wheels, like there's a lot of motor flex.
And
Ask him.
I can attest to that
Yes.
because my wheel has, if you ever see me take apart my wheel, or if anyone's like been riding around me on the track, I've probably shown them before that inside of my wheel, my battery boxes, you can see the indentation of the tire. Like when I lean very hard, I can feel it in some situations, and it's made this dent that's shaping my tire in my battery boxes.
Yeah.
And I hate that. It's just not.
Luckily, this isn't so much of the case. Like with the 9090 on, like the clearance is not all that much there. There's probably like a half of a millimeter on each side of the tire.
Right.
But of course, when you're like leaning over really hard, it's gonna rub just a little bit. But thankfully, it's just rubbing on just the front plastic bumpers. It's not really getting up in the battery boxes.
Right.
Carbon and groove.
And that's what a 9090. So nothing's perfect. We already know that. But with a 9090, if it's that minimal, then when other people ride it with an 8090 or whatnot, there's no way.
Yeah.
So that's great. I mean, that's something I really want to see with like another Lynx iteration, no chassis flex.
Yeah.
And knowing this has the same fork style, I already see the same screws on the side, just like my Lynx. So, and it's no chassis flex, so very minimal.
Very minimal.
That's great. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, I think Brian, like when Brian first saw it, the first thing he did was his little flex test.
I think he did that to mine. He was like, "You gotta screw your Lynx up,because mine was moving, man."
Yeah.
At the Roger not Baldy ride.
Okay.
Right up in the parking lot.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's switch over.
All right,
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys having me.
I'll give the mic to Jay. So there's a question a while ago that the reason why I pulled you over here is a question about this wheel for smaller, shorter riders.
Bro, I have a 17-inch inseam. Look at those legs. So honestly, so I ride the V12S right now, and just going through this whole process, I thought it was going to be way too big. The 4,200 watt-hour battery, I was like, it's going to be heavy. I got on it. I didn't even think I could mount it. Aaron and Mario was like, "You want me to hold you?" I got right on it and took off, bro. And so I've gotten on like bigger wheels, like EX30 and stuff like that. And I was approaching that like, dude, that's a little much for me. But I got on it. I went around the block and I was like, yeah, I'm going again. And so it went from like intimidation to like super approachable wheel. I feel like it's something that like for smaller riders, if you're good, it's going to be awesome. And then for like, I'm a more inexperienced rider, and for me, it's something that like, if I were to buy one wheel right now, it'd probably be that one. Especially if you like me, we go on a lot of long group rides. And my biggest pain point right now is the range and having to charge during lunch and be like, hey, everybody, let's take another half hour because I need to charge, bro. And then I got to bring a big charger around. So this, I could just start from my house and just go all day. And that's what we like to do. We like to ride all day. So it's something that you could start with and grow into. And I don't think you'll ever reach the bottom of it. So
yeah,
it's dope.
I think with your aerodynamic efficiency, you could probably get like 100 miles.
You're saying I'm fat.
He's just projecting.
Yeah, projecting.
Yeah. No, it's good, dude. It is really well balanced. So it was a lot more manageable than I thought it would be. So yeah, stoked about it.
You gonna get one?
Immediately. I'm taking yours home. Where's yours at?
You just rode mine.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, if it goes missing, you know where I live.
Don't worry, I have Ride Connect. I can
Oh yeah.
location.
Dang it. Don't lock me out, Albert. No, it's a good one.
That's awesome. Which one? You mean the cooling? Yeah, it has it. So the thing is, it has 2 fans for cooling, but
They're not even needed.
I will tell you, when we were testing, even like they did 15
So
laps at Fuga.
lately, I've been doing
The
Twiddle.
control board temperature, I've never
but,
seen it go
like,
above 50
we'll
degrees
ride,
Celsius.
like on our
And the
long
fans
rides, and I
clicking
haven't
at
been on a
70
really
degrees
long
Celsius.
ride. On our long
Never
rides,
heard
we'll
them
go in
turn on
like
ever.
downtown to Encinitas in San Diego.
Which
And so,
that's not the fan.
you know, we're kind of all over the place. But
Oh, they changed the firmware?
They made it turn on.
now I'm having to either like stage a charger somewhere.
Yeah.
Like one time we rode from my house to like Del Mar, and I staged a charger in Del Mar, and it was like, we're eating lunch in Del Mar, so then I could charge. And now, like, I won't have that limitation if I get something like this. And a lot of my buddies are looking for like newer, bigger
So when
wheels
we were-
too. So
When we were testing
yeah,
the
it's
wheels,
exciting. Have something
our
like that.
fans never turned
with,
on.
with the amount of power.
Yeah,
and
because it has
versatility
the
that it has.
copper vapor chamber cooler.
I thought it was going to be, honestly, I thought I wasn't going to be able to ride it. So I'm stoked.
I think it's
too
I
big.
think
I mean,
I told him to like
and every other big
change it so
wheel
that it just
I've ever
ramps up.
even just
Instead of
ridden
being
around the
an on-off
block was
switch,
like, felt
it
like
would
a
just
tank.
ramp up as your temperatures go up.
This one's super
No.
approachable. Yeah, it actually is really reminiscent of the
didn't know he changed
V12
that.
S that I'm riding now, just a little bit bigger.
Yeah, we talked about it, but I don't remember. I didn't remember ever noticing that it changed.
I think you did a firmware update last night or 2 nights.
Yeah.
Marty, you need a mic.
Oh, we're still live. Okay.
Still
yeah,
live.
maybe you don't want to hear this. I don't know. If the fan, this might be a question for Mark. If the fan were to break, because again, mechanical fans, not a fan.
See what you did there.
But if it breaks, is it going to keep you? Is there going to be a fault in the wheel and it's going to keep you from riding? Does firmware?
Well, there's still like firmware restrictions. So if the control board does start getting hot, it'll start tilting off or beeping.
But let's say the fan just breaks. Like I'm not a racer, right? So I'm not probably never going to need the fan. But if that were to break, what's going to happen is
Mark, 如果前面那个风扇坏了，它会不会不让你启程？ It will not stop you from riding. It will just operate as normal until the control board heat gets too high.
So that's a really, by the way, a funky
Charge port. It's a very intense charge port. But if you want to try it, when you do that first plug, it feels so good. It's so positive.
It's a very like sturdy plug.
Hey Mario, can you get a charger from the box over there?
expecting a sexual joke here.
No, it feels really good.
That's what she said.
It's right there, Marty, in the box.
I don't think I've ever seen him this happy.
Marty?
Yeah.
Marty looks really happy. And he's got his USB charge ports too. And power delivery.
That's cool.
Here you go, Marty. You're gonna plug it in for the first time. Here you go, Marty.
Okay, so this is
A stock charger. 5 amps. 1200 watts.
I gotta keep remembering that's
230.
Yeah. 5 amps doesn't sound like a lot, but you do the math, it's a lot. Yeah. He's plugging in for the first time.
It's hard to get this plugged in, Ron.
Oh. First impressions?
Ooh. It is nice. It's a click.
How is it compared to the Pagode plug?
Clicking in. You should say, if you want the best comparison between LeaperCam, where you have to hunt for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But that's pretty cool. A positive.
No, she's more of like a like an auto.
It's very like positive.
It's nice.
But she rides like springtime.
I know what Roger's gonna do.
Yeah, he will.
I was thinking a D name.
Like this is a plug that you can buy.
Yeah, you can buy it.
It's not a.
It's not proprietary.
The InMotion Destiny.
Yeah. It's off the shelf.
Emotional, yeah.
Yeah. Any how would you rate it to any other wheels? Like any last words that you want to describe the wheel with?
Oh, I think it's smooth. I think the suspension's great. The power is way more than I can handle. But even for a short guy like me, like I'd totally get one immediately.
For the people that may not know you, how tall are you?
I'm like on my license it says I'm 5'4".
In real life?
Like 5'3" and ish.
You're like me, we cheat.
Yeah.
Brian always gives me black when I say I'm 5'9" and a half.
But no, it's an awesome wheel. So look forward to riding it a little more.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you,
guys.
Jay.
Yep. Thanks, Albert.
Ryan from Florida.
Where's the light switch? You need to touch this display.
So Ryan here came all the way from Florida
Yes,
for
sir.
ABS.
Yes.
Not just for me.
Well, Zach is part of it too.
Okay,
Yeah. The P6 is incredible. The build quality looks insane. The sort of L-like feel of it, but with double the power is amazing. I sold my L a little while ago, and I have one of these on pre-order. So this is my new wheel.
So you sold your L and you bought a race.
I bought a race, and the race, the build quality, the way it feels just doesn't. The suspension's not nearly as good. The P6 is just a real all-rounder. You can race on it clearly because these guys are putting new times on, and then you can also group ride on it. It's a multi-purpose wheel. Yeah, I have one on order already. So
wow.
Yeah, I'll get one of the first batches.
Nice. That's fast.
I stepped on it, and it's not too tall.
So did you put the pre-order as soon as you stepped on it? Is that what you did?
After I came back, as soon as I came back. I was like just 5 minutes ago.
That's awesome.
Ryan,
yeah.
Oh, sorry to cut you off, but do you mind commenting? So, can you mention like your like weight and height and
Yeah.
how the wheel handles for someone like yourself?
I'm 125 pounds. I'm 5'4". I'm a really small guy. One of the concerns with new wheels always is they're too tall. Like the ET, the Blitz, they're very vertically tall. So when you lean, you can't lean far over, and it's very top heavy for me. This wheel is no problem. It's the perfect height even for someone who's my height. It's really easy to sit on it. It's really easy to turn on it, and nothing gets in your way. There's nothing catching your legs. The other wheels, like it catches the back of your knees, and it's horrible. Power wise, it doesn't feel like 112 pounds. It feels again sort of L-like in the low hundreds. The software is very reactive, and obviously you can tune it a lot. One of the things that I don't like about Pagode is it's like you got hard, soft, medium. That's all you can do. Here you've got acceleration assist, you've got pedal softness, and there might be more stuff down the line. So I like it. It's my new wheel. You guys sold me well.
That's awesome. So very, very high rating in summary.
Yeah, very, very high. And then the benefit when you order it now, you get a price guarantee for a year.
Yeah.
You get a fast charger, you get a seat, extra warranty. That's where the
I mean, if you're one of the first 30 to do the pre-order, basically you're all set. Like there's really not much. Maybe power pads, I guess.
Yeah.
Is all you really need, and then you're gone to the wind.
Yeah.
I feel like nobody's saying anything bad. What's your least favorite thing about the wheel?
The least favorite, I would say, well, I don't like the 90-90. I prefer 80-90, but that's just tire choice. The trolleys can be a little finicky to open. I wasn't super comfortable with that, but I think you get used to it. Especially if you have a seat on top, it might be a little hard to access. I'm curious what the seat will look like.
The seat velcros on top of the trolley handle.
Got it.
But
Yeah.
it doesn't prevent you from using the trolley handle.
Got it. Yeah. And I like the screen. The button position is good. The race is terrible. It's in the back under. You can never get to it. So it's ergonomically really well. Works for short people and tall people. And it's obviously got way too much power. I mean, I only did 45 because I don't have much gear on, but you could do 60 at 30% battery. I mean, what other wheel can do that? I'm excited.
It has really good handles, so it's easier to lift. Trust me, I've lifted a lot of them into a car.
Yeah.
I don't use ramps. I lift them all.
I'm curious what the old handle looked like.
We'll find a picture of it.
This is good. And you can grab it too when you're braking.
Yeah, I'll pull it up and I'll show the stream through my
Yeah.
It was very late too. Like they changed it very late in the project, so they had to throw away the mold that they had previously and make a new one. Yeah, which is not cheap.
That's what matters. You know, it's a.
But Brian pushed really hard and pioneered that handle change.
Probably learning good lessons for future wheels.
Yeah.
Oh, that is massive.
Yeah, it's a massive.
Yeah, you see it catching your legs.
Yeah, it catches your legs, and it just, I don't think it looks that good as aesthetically as well.
I'm glad they changed it. That's a really good
I'm gonna show the stream.
Not 112, 125.
It's actually really solid too. Like a lot of times I'm lazy and I drop it.
Yeah, I think I'm talking about the wheel.
Like it just
The wheel
takes
is
it.
112.
I was 115.
It's metal. It's magnesium.
But yeah, I like the height. A lot of
Nylon.
like the Blitz Pro and the Blitzes, they're
So the handle is nylon and the
you
trolley
can't-
handle
you
is
can- in the
magnesium.
corners, you can't drop down as much.
You really should try and get them to do, provide STL files for some of the components, because it's not like people are gonna be able to use STL files on another wheel or something. You have to own the wheel to use them. Why not provide?
Pedals are also
files?
stock. They're
Very easy.
grippy.
I can make that work.
And the fact that you can use
It's not a huge hurdle.
You don't have to buy any hangers. Really cool too.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
agree.
like
I definitely agree that I think getting maybe the front and rear handles.
Weird thing that you can.
Yeah, like the
Maybe the
double.
kick-
Yeah,
double
it
pivot.
only works with that wheel. This is like I
And
can
the
throw
front bumpers?
G's, I can throw
Yeah.
Clark on there.
Yeah.
I don't need to.
Yeah, if you want, you can reach out to me at Telegram, and I'll grab those
You ride
files and share
pedals,
them.
Talk to Mike while they're having a conversation.
Oh.
Sorry. Oh, sorry. Oh, there's two conversations happening. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Guys, it's all about the guy from Florida.
But I think we have gone through all the guests that we wanted to get their first impressions and stuff like that. We wanted the stream to be roughly about 2 hours, so I think we are coming to a close. Is
Oh
there
wow,
any-
it's 12:30 already.
Well, we
Yeah,
forgot
yeah.
Roger, but Roger did the famous Irish goodbye.
Yeah. Is there any kind of closing thoughts? Anything you want to say to wrap up the stream, Albert?
You got Marty's last words.
Euro, do you want to speak? Euro.
Just that I'm looking forward to getting access to one person more than 5 minutes of ride.
Do that. No.
If you like performance and you want quality, it's the P6.
Show him the shirt.
Okay, I think that's a good overall. Hopefully, you guys got a really good picture on the stream. What's your-
AVS 2025 tomorrow.
Hopefully you guys got it on the live stream and got a really good idea, and hopefully we brought a lot of different types of builds and people and different experience levels, from experienced to very new, female, male, short, tall, everything. So yeah, hopefully this is a good representation of what the wheel is. Again, we haven't like told them what not to say and what to say. Like it's all the thoughts of their own. And hopefully when you guys get your wheels, you'll like them just as much as they've loved them here. And like I always say is, like, people's words can be kind of fibbed or lied, but the smiles that we've seen on people's faces, it can't be faked.
Yeah.
Like especially when like I think it was James Darnell came and
Who was before James? It was like the smile was like ear to ear.
Mr. EUC family.
Yes, Daniel Scott. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So
I will say that there was many good questions that we weren't able to get to in the chat. So I will say watch out for some future content of the guys here. We will we'll be releasing more content and trying to get a lot of the questions asked before people get their hands on the P6.
do you want to mention your guys' channels so that they can kind of look into it?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram and YouTube with Beerai, that is Beeraii.
And Zach?
EUCZAC. Every channel, everywhere. Come find me.
I don't
find you.
I don't really post on YouTube. I'm gonna try to get better at that. So right now I don't have a channel, but you can find me on Instagram at max_peeves.
Peeves?
Peeves.
Yeah,
PEVS.
PEVs.
On one last note, if you do want to see more, like if you're curious about the behind the scenes testing or the more like raw, transparent kind of like what they did in China, Zach has edited a full 18 episode series. And every single video is like 30 minutes long. So there's a lot of really good tidbits in there.
I only cut out some of the cuss words.
It's very raw. You'll see all the trials and tribulations they went through and all the hard work they did. So definitely good to look at that. And I know that Brian will probably be releasing a bunch of videos too in the next couple weeks.
Yeah,
So
it's been very busy up until this point.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to some time to be able to release some more footage.
yeah, so you can see the InMotion marketing side, and then you can see the raw, transparent side as well.
You can actually buy the wheel like.
Yeah, so you can pre-order the wheel right now. Like he just put his pre-order in.
When should they be arriving?
Like again, don't quote me on this, but it should be like sometime in November is the hope.
All right, you heard it. He just promised November.
I did not promise.
Oh, tomorrow.
But you will see these wheels at AVS and TEF1 because these beautiful 5 racers will be hunting for the podiums. But yeah, thank you again for joining the stream, and we'll see you guys next time.
Okay.
Will there be a next time?
There will always be a next time.
I hope so.
All right. Bye-bye, guys. Thank
Bye.
you.
Good night.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.